summer, and every moment was a symphony. How did we get so distant, lover? How did I let you slip away from me? It's a summer and living it easy. The cotton's not the only thing I just say goodbye, me down sweetly, but don't tell me not to cry. I used to love it when we came in. I never wanted all those nights to end. Now that you're gone, it's like you're still here. And now I regret everything I said. It's the summer and living it easy. The cotton's not the only thing I just say goodbye, me down sweetly, but don't tell me not to cry. I used to love it when we came in. It's the summer and living it easy. The cotton's not the only thing I just say goodbye, me down sweetly, but don't tell me not to cry. It's the summer and living it easy. The cotton's not the only thing I just say goodbye, me down sweetly, but don't tell me not to, but don't tell me not to, but don't tell me not to cry.
Let me find another jam. Hold on. Let's take a look through here. I have a level of respect for any intellectual content. Well, that's good, dude. I'm happy to hear it. It'd be weird if you had a level of respect for dumb fuck content. That would kind of, that'd be a little bit trippy. Let's find something else to listen to.
Don't you want your no?
I don't have time for this bullshit.
Go with this. For tonight's stream, we're going to... So, when I came back and I smoked a little bit, now weed destroys me because my tolerance is gone. So, yesterday's stream was kind of a shit show. Today, I'm going to try to kind of give a retrospective of what happened in Georgia and all the cool people that I met. And then I think we're also going to pick a debate and just do like a quick review to get back in the swing of things. I figure you guys miss that kind of content. And we'll also talk about like what are in the cards for 2021. Where do I want to take the channel? And you know, just stuff like that. Kind of cleaning house, since I haven't been on stream in like a serious capacity for a little bit. That's what I want to do today. Let's go. Hell yeah, dude. I'm happy you're excited for it. Let me find something else to listen to. I'll give us one more track, and then I think we'll be good to start. I just got to make sure that all the titles synced and stuff on Twitch and YouTube, because today we're doing a dual stream. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, I like this.
てやるこれが多いのはザ・ヒールではスター Never don't stop 本音語ろうよ心の中くすぶった炎が溶けてしまわないのさ弾けて混ざって I want hardcore geek and geek it's not the motion I want hardcore geek and geek it's not the caution I want hardcore geek and geek it's gonna be like this all day 若さゆえの過ちにも We're gonna make it gonna make it gonna make you love me We're gonna make it gonna make it gonna make you love me We're gonna make it gonna make it gonna make you love me Oh baby make you love me
Yeah, this is real funky. I like this a lot.
AM は3前より高いジ無心であいつをメイキ俺のニップはピンセットメイキバカにされようが平気くすぶった炎が溶けてしまわないように弾けて混ざって I love hardcore geek and geek it's not the JoJo I love hardcore geek and geek it's not the gozo I love hardcore geek and geek it's gonna be like this all day 刻も happy listen up hardcore geek yeah Gonna make it, gonna make it, gonna make you love me. Gonna make it, gonna make it, gonna make you love me. Gonna make it, gonna make it, gonna make you love me. Oh baby, make you love me. Sunrise, 夜を隠して cheaply 空を開いた masterpiece それはいつでもまとね Yeah シャフトそれでも街は回って IG 空を飛ぶよ黒ラmasterpiece 僕を離さない後へ聞け
Sorry for the Nightbot spam. I'm editing it right now. Okay, there we go. I think we're all solid. We're all squared away on my end. So I'm gonna jump into just chatting mode here. I've changed up the studio, so do not be frightened, my little children, my little pog champs, as as one of my growing favorite YouTubers says. I really like that girl. I think she's real funny. I don't like that a lot of people hate her, but I think she's cute. I don't know. Let's see what the problem with... I keep saying her and stuff because I'm forgetting her name. What's Shoe on Head? Shoe on Head's cute, dude. I don't know why people dislike her so much. Maybe it's because she has bad takes, but I don't think that's a great reason to not like somebody, if I'm being quite honest. Let's hop over to just chatting. Oh, hello. How are you guys? Whoops, I bumped you. So like I said, there's been a few changes. You may notice some of them on the thing behind me. Here, I'll go check them out. That way we can go through them here. So as you can kind of see, we've got a new little doodad here, right? Let me make sure it's all in frame. Hold on. Okay, there we are. True Destiny has bad food takes all the time, and I still like him. Yeah, sometimes people have bad takes, and you just kind of have to deal. You know, some of our favorite people in the world can't be perfect at everything, you know. Sorry, I'm being OCD about the mic. Anywho, right here, we have an award from the Destiny.gg canvassing thing. I figured that I'll keep that up for a little bit because I am kind of proud that I went there and did it. You know, it's a big deal for a lot of those people, myself included, to go fly out and do something political, which is outside of the norm. I would say even for me, I think the last time that I did anything was for Bernie during the primaries. I haven't really been like politically involved since then. So, it was nice to get back out there, and it was nice to do something with people who felt like they were making a difference. And the fact that Ossoff and Warnock ended up winning that election in Georgia made it all the more worthwhile. So, I'm really happy to have participated in that, and I'm super duper happy that we all got a little certificate of recognition. So it's signed by Destiny, and it's got all sorts of other nonsense on it. So that's up on the board now, in case you're wondering what that is. You're scared of change? Well, join along with everybody else who's also afraid of change. Anywho, moving on, I put those custom-made cat ears on there. Wow, what's that?
No golden star?
No golden star? What does that mean? What do you mean no golden star? We didn't get a golden star. We got a certificate of completion, so that's what we ended up getting. I don't think we have a golden star up here. What we do have, though, is right here in the middle. We have our golden placard to honor the one who bought this bookshelf. So that would be Potato McWhiskey, who generously donated 150 big ones. I'm talking U.S. big ones, too, not no Canadian nonsense, okay? Donated some real money to get a bookshelf. And I put that money towards the bookshelf and the plaque, and so they are forever remembered on there. I figured that's cool. I like placards and stuff. I feel like they add a sense of authority to something. They make it feel like it's going to live forever. Kind of bougie. I like bougie stuff, so that's why I ended up going with that. Down here, I've also added my half of my collection of Yotsubato. That's like a little manga that's within my reading ability for the most part, so I'll leaf through these sometimes. It's nice to have them back in the office. If I'm being quite honest, I don't read through them like a ton, but it's nice to pick them up and see like how far along I can get and like how many words I'm missing. So that's interesting to think about. Who would have thought that the Civ Lord himself would donate something so generously? Civ Lord, oh! Am I fucked up for not recognizing who Potato McWhiskey is? Are they a famous person that I seem to have like neglected the fame of? Because if they are, even bigger thanks to them. I had no idea. I just thought they were a random chatter who wanted to, support and get a bookshelf. So I'm highly appreciative of it. Not that them being famous would take away from that, but that's an interesting, it's an interesting thing I can add to the story when I tell it. Up here, this is the biggest edition, guys. He's a pretty popular Civ content creator. That's really cool. Then, tell him if he wants to play Civ anytime, I'd be down. I really like Civ. Granted, I play as like a normie and I play for fun and I don't know like what the most efficient ways are, but I think I have like over 100 hours clocked on Civ. I really like Civ. I can just dump hours into it. I'm finding that Faster Than Light is a similar game where I can dump hours into it. Granted, a Faster and Light game does not take like literally more than 5 or 6 hours, whereas Civ games definitely do. So many a nights I've stayed up until the early AM playing Civ. So if he ever wants to do that, that'd be interesting. I really appreciated him paying for the bookshelf. So that's really awesome, Kev. I'm happy to have learned. Up here, we have a lot of the books that were at my old office, and I went into storage, and so I brought one of my boxes of books back over since I wanted to populate the shelf a little bit. These are all books that I really want us to read in 2021. So one thing that we're going to be doing is retouching upon the idea of doing book clubs, but I need to find a way to make it to where you guys are getting to participate in the book club stuff. I need there to be a way for you guys to give submissions and that I bring you into the process somehow. Now, how I'm going to do that is still like up in the air. I think I want to talk to some other creators or look up some content around book clubs and see how they're done. Because I think, and I got this out of like a private conversation with a YouTuber guy, I think that copying what exists and what is popular is going to like yield the most amount of results in the least amount of time. So that's something that you'll probably see in the interview video on the YouTube, which if you want to get to, you can do !YT. If you're already on the YouTube chat, of course, you know where to go. So big love to you guys. I'm tracking the YouTube chat at the same time I'm tracking the Twitch chat. So don't worry that you're not being read, even if maybe you don't appear, which way? This way? Even if you don't appear over here, I still do love you and I still am reading you, so don't worry about it. You guys are on the main screen right underneath where I'm supposed to be looking, so you guys are definitely close to the heart. Anywho, that's a big rant. But if you go to the YouTube, the latest video on there, which is called, I think, Georgia Retrospective or something like that, is interviews from people after this event that the award is from. And I took a lot of inspiration from other interview type channels. One person who I really love is Brady Heron, who makes a lot of channels. He makes Number File, Computer File, 60 Symbols. What else does he do? Periodic whatever. I forget. He has a million channels. So what he gets to do is ask whatever he wants in the background, and he cuts out a lot of the questions. So, you don't get to see how he got them to say what they said, but he gets to bring out like the best in people who maybe are not good at public speaking or who maybe are not like the best salesmen for what they believe in. He's able to like distill down gems from them and turn anybody into an interesting subject for a video. And I think that I was able to do that with a lot of the interviews that were in this. Now, granted, there's a lot of room for improvement. The audio was fucked up. The video from my phone was all warped and wonky, and it looks like it's like stabilizing and like computer producing half of the image. I don't know why the fuck it looks like that, but there we go. Some lessons for next time. Biggest one is a mic. Second biggest one is to get a better video. I could have easily told people to shut the fuck up when I was recording or recorded in a more quiet place. There's a lot of things that I learned about that video that I will change in the future, but I think that format of asking questions and doing interviews is something I really enjoy. And I think from an empathic standpoint, which is oftentimes where my perspective is coming from, because I think it's a really powerful one, I really think that when you apply empathy to these people, you're able to bring the best out of them, and it's a really fun edit. So I would love to do that again. And the edit is pretty straightforward. It feels a lot like writing a paper. I have a wealth of information from different experts. Granted that these experts are about the event, but they're expert testimony nonetheless. And I meant to pick out the best parts and kind of distill that down into something that's going to be interesting to people on the internet and that will be compelling. And I have some kind of goal in mind. Like in this case, the goal was to entice you guys to come by showing how impactful these stories and these events were for these people. And I think if I had music, if I improve the volume, if I get better video, I think all of this is going to add to the experience, and I'm really proud of that and hope I can do more over time. Read me, ooh, prove me that you love me. There you go. Book, you're hot. Thanks. Alfarad is bad. You're certainly acting like a bad boy in my chat. I feel like it fits your style really well. Thanks. I like that. I'm happy to hear that because I really enjoyed the video. I know that not all of my content creator friends enjoyed the video because in terms of content quality, I guess it's pretty low, because it's all fucked up. But it's mostly for the viewers. I don't think content creators are going to like it because it was like low quality on the back end. But like, I think that for normal people consuming videos the same way they consume everything else, I want them to hit my channel and go, whoa, like, what is this? Like, this is a whole new flavor. And I want that to be the case with the videos that I put out. That's why, oftentimes, if it's not a direct rip from the stream, like a VOD is, I try to add things in there to just be a taste breaker, to be something a little bit different from people. Supreme liked it. That's good. I'm happy. Although there's definitely stuff to improve, I'm happy that Supreme liked it. If that's your goal, then the last video achieved it. Thanks. I'm happy to hear that. What do you think are some good strategies for combating imposter syndrome? It is completely paralyzing when trying to achieve my educational/career goals. This is a very difficult thing. A lot of people come to me about imposter syndrome, and I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't personally ever like run into that, even though I really should. I'm not quite sure. If you're doing the thing, I feel like for me at least, that's enough of a sobering realization to snap me back. Like there are times when I'm like, can I really write this paper? Like, do I really have the education necessary? And the answer is always yes. Because the fact of the matter is, if you succeed at what you're trying to do, then you have accomplished it and you're not an imposter. I almost feel like imposter syndrome is a very sinister, hidden version of like a fear of failure. I feel like the imposter syndrome, if we really distill it down, is like a fear of failure because you're worried that you're in a position that you are not meant to be in. You're worried that you have finagled yourself to this place in time as an imposter, as somebody who ought not to be there. And I think implicit in this fear is another fear, which is that eventually this will be exposed. Eventually there will come a time and a reckoning where it will be discovered that you should not be in that position, right? And I think part of the imposter syndrome fear is this constant thought that like that could be happening tomorrow. That could be happening today. That could be this project that you're doing right now. And so I think if you look at it instead of as imposter syndrome, if you look at it instead as like a fear of failure, I think it becomes easier to tackle. I think there's a lot more advice on how to handle fear of failure. And I think that by shifting your frame of mind a little bit, that'll offer a lot of solutions. Now, granted, if that doesn't solve it for you, then so be it. But maybe that reframing will help you a little bit, or at least guide you to other sources you could read on fixing it. Thanks for the follows, you two. If that, okay, awesome. But yeah, that's what I would say in regards to that is like, it just sounds to me like a fear of failure. I don't know. Because if you're succeeding, then you are the thing. And if you're kind of upset that like you can be the thing without being as good at it as you think you ought to be, then you have a problem with the system. And maybe the only way to solve that is to get even better at being who you ought to be. Like if I felt like, oh man, it's so crazy that the way that I test whether or not I'm an imposter at this master's program is to pass the master's program, which seems easier than it should be, then I have a problem with the system there, right? Like I don't have an internalized, like, I feel bad that I am able to do this. It's almost like I feel bad that this is the system to justify whether or not people are this. I feel bad that the system to identify imposters is so flawed that I have managed to make my way into it. And if that's the case, again, I think that provides you with very different, like, problems to solve. Like if you don't think that like the ways that qualify who you ought to be, if you don't think that, you know, your work environment or whatever is testing you enough to like hold that job title, then like, I don't know, I guess the only solution is to go above and beyond it, to move past these requirements that you are not satisfied with and to become this idealized version of what the thing is. But in pursuing that, it's worth constantly keeping in mind that you have, for all intents and purposes, already passed the test. You are already the thing. And whether you're upset with the test, you know, the testing requirements being low or not, you have, you know, superseded them or whatever. You've blown past them and you're working towards like something that's higher. And if you still feel that imposter thing, even though you're level 100 and the requirement is the level 20, just remember that the requirement was at level 20. Part of your goal now is to establish like a new idea of normal, but like that can get unhealthy really quick. So be careful when you're wading super duper deep into these waters, because you can also start not just internalizing that, but externalizing that onto other people. You start applying these kinds of like requirements and ideas of purity or whatever onto other people. And all of a sudden, it's not that you think you're an imposter, you think you are surrounded by other imposters. And that is difficult. And that puts a lot of strain on other people. So like in both of these directions, if you take them too far and you keep being anxious about your position in the world, I think you can cause problems both to yourself and or to other people. But that's my whole thing about it. I personally always think that if I have an opportunity to do something, then I have the qualifications to do whatever it is. Yeah. Hey, buddy, I love you. Thanks, Dick. And tell myself that. Yeah. Oh, my God. Is that a Captain Planet alert? Anywho. Yeah. So just to finish up this little bit here, I'm trying to explain everything that's on the bookshelf that's new, everything that's in the background that's new. All these books I want us to read in 2021. Man's Search for Meaning, we've had a lot of chatter about on the Discord. War of Art, of course, is one that I really, really like. You could probably tell based on how many of these little... I've got a lot of stickies in this one, because this was for me for a while, like when I was dealing with depression and I was trying to get through writing. This was like my Bible. I would literally go to this. Here, I can do this right now. There's verses in here, and I treat it like a Bible. Like there's honestly like, and it looks like a Bible on the inside, sort of. Like it's individualized passages and things. It's very small, but on almost every single one of these passages, I have highlights and like tons of notes. I really enjoyed this book. I felt like it was a bunch of like I have a journal for meditation when I'm doing it, and I write down like insights. I feel like this is a bunch of insights of one guy who has just focused on this problem for a long time, and he's taught himself a narrative of how to get through art and how to get past resistance. He's told himself this entire fable, this entire narrative about the way that this works, and whether that's scientifically how it works or not, I feel that this book gives you a narrative that's very, very powerful to tap into if you're somebody that works in a creative field or works in a creative capacity at all, whether that's for gainful employment or not, whether that's like you're writing a manuscript after every night at work. Look, like I have just tons of stuff in this book everywhere. So what's your muse? Writing dick. I don't know, dude. Why are you asking me questions like that? I don't know. We'll probably talk about that once we get to this book, but I don't really have a muse. There's a voice in my head that tells me everything to say, and I just write down what it says. So most of my frustration is like getting all my other things in check so that voice can be as loud as possible, because sometimes there are other voices that will drown it out, or through my own anxiety or incompetence, I don't allow myself to write down the thoughts that voice is telling me. So for me, at least, my muse is like a voice in my head. I don't know where it comes from, but it belonged to the realm of the gods, as mentioned in the book. Very interesting book, like 10 out of 10. I really like this book. So there's that. There's a lot of stuff up here that we'll look at. This is another thing that I mention all the time. This is one of like a ton of writing books that I have in storage. People often ask me, "Hey, Booksmarts, what's the best like book on writing that you could give me?" And I don't recommend books that tell you how to write. This is where is it? Oh, it's not here. Where'd it go? Oh, I'm blind. It's right here. Stephen King's On Writing is one of the only books that I enjoyed that talked about writing. There are other ones that talk about writing like fiction or writing narrative that are really good. But I don't think that those are for normal people. I think like even On Writing is good for people that write books. Like when I was ghostwriting, when I wrote books for people for a living, I think that like I really enjoyed this, and I really enjoyed other books about like narrative structures and whatever, but I don't think those help students. Like when students ask about books on how to write, I think that their end goal is to get better at essays, which I don't think these books help you do at all. If you want to get better at essays, I recommend books like this. All this is a compilation of essays. Okay? All this is a compilation of the best essays of 2018. There are lots of books like this, and they're oftentimes free. Like you can find them for very cheap online, whether this is a collection of like essays from like the Atlanta School District in 1988 or whatever. The reason why people are picking these essays is they were impactful. And if you read through these for inspiration or structures to copy in your own essay writing, that is actually how you get better at essays. You have to read good essays and pick out the parts that you can replicate that are good. And that's how you honestly become a good essayist. These books will help you do that. Reading another book that distilled a person who wrote 500 of these books and read 1,000 more you know, it could be helpful, but I think it's mostly helpful when you've done it a lot, right? That's why King's book was fun, because I had written a few books at that point. So I could kind of get where he's coming from. I could get the humor. But I think if you're starting from the bottom, you just want to have compilations and you just want to find what you like, what you think is impactful, and what you think you could implement on your own. So books like this, I really like. I keep this one up here because it's colorful and it's pretty, but I have a lot like this. Oftentimes, if I'm struggling on a paper or I'm struggling with like wording an idea, I'll go into these and I'll just start reading them. And it's almost like you know, when you're sitting on the toilet, you know, when you're sitting on a toilet and you have like the first poop, right? And it comes out real quick and whatever. And then you have a lull, right? And then there oftentimes is a second moment of poop, right? But you have to stay there for the lull. Your body has to like reload and recoup. And I think that like, I don't even remember where I was going with this. I think that like, oftentimes I'm just constipated. And if I start reading this, it'll be the pushing and whatever that's necessary for the second poop to come. And then it'll just randomly come to me how to write the second thing. So is that like the first lady? What do you mean? a big poop? I think the first lady is a pretty nice lady. I don't know why you're being mean. What books did you ghostwrite? Just like a bunch of random ones. There were a lot of faith-based books that I helped write because a lot of ghostwriters wouldn't help people with faith-based literature. I had a lot of fun with that. Like I learned a lot about like why religious people like being religious. And it gave me a lot of like fodder for conversation with religious people because I really intimately got to know the people that I was talking to, the people who were meant to be the author. And by extension, I got to learn a lot about like the mythos and the way that these people think and the way that they try to speak to followers and stuff. And that gave me a lot, I think. Wow, is that a direct Dalai Lama quote? No, I don't know. That's a man's analogy if I ever heard one. Yeah, it kind of is. Have you ever had a sneeze, poop, and had all the emotions come at once? What? Is physical book better than ebook? I think so, but that's because I love scribbling all over books, as you've kind of learned from this brief segment. Here's another thing that helps with the second poops. Wow. Thanks. Now you get follow notifications. This book. This will get me out of a creative funk. Here, can you guys read the title? No? Okay. Well, this book is really, really fun. So all it is, and it's a bit voyeuristic. Please don't judge Booksmarts for this. All it is a bunch of pictures of women's rooms in Japan. And in particular, this book is about otaku women. So women with like unusual obsessions. So, and it has a bunch of pictures of like what their rooms look like. And I love it. It's like an I Spy book on crack because you go through and there's a logic to how they have everything placed. Even if their rooms look messy, there's like a logic to it. And I, for some reason, love this book. You can see the clutter. I love these books. I love this book. This is like 30 layers of fetish deep. All right, fuck you guys. Anyhow, I really like this. I feel bad that you're shitting on this. This is like one of my favorite books that I have. I had to pay a lot of money to get it shipped here from Japan. But, oh man, look at how cool some of these rooms are, though. Like, I feel like I won't be able to sell you guys on the importance of this or, like, the coolness of this. But, like, it's a bunch of just really high-quality photo of some, like, really interesting people's rooms. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff in this book. It's called Onago Room. So, here, I'll do it military alphabet. Oscar, November, Alpha, Golf, Oscar, Space, Romeo, Oscar, Oscar, Mike. And it's by Shiori Kawamoto, and that would be Sierra, Hotel, India, Alpha, Romeo, India, Space, Kilo Alpha, Whiskey Alpha, Mike Oscar, Tango Oscar. Really, really good stuff. I really like this book. But yeah, so there you go. That's the books that are up there. One more honorable mention is going to be Dale Carnegie's Lifetime Plan for Success, which is an edition of the book that has How to Win Friends and Influence People, which you may have heard of before, and then How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. I don't care for how to stop worrying and start living, but if anybody wants rhetoric advice or they're like literally autistic and they just need something they can follow word for word to like engage in human interaction, I think that How to Win Friends and Influence People is a really good place to start. And the reason why I say autistic in particular is because you may not understand social convention, and you don't need to understand this book. I think that it teaches empathy in like a very logical way that even if you're disabled, you probably will be able to get through. And, if you're offended on behalf of autistic people by that comment, whatever. But I think if you're autistic, you may understand what I'm talking about. But there you go. I would recommend all those. All of them are really, really good. What's with the Tapatio sauce? Just to remind you that I'm Hispanic. Just to remind you I'm Hispanic. Now, it's holding the license plate in place, and I thought it looked visually interesting, so I kept it there. Above the license plate is a bison. The likes of which I saw while I lived in the van that has that license plate. My van is from Massachusetts. I lived the van life for a while. I traveled the country. I had a really big trip where I drove up to Yellowstone from California, and then I went from Yellowstone west to Seattle, and then I took the coast all the way back down. So really, really, really huge road trip over the course of, I think, a month or so. That was like the biggest one that I did in the van, and I keep that license plate as a reminder of that, so I think that's cool. And of course, the bison from Yellowstone. Yellowstone's a very beautiful national park in the United States of America, and I would recommend it to anybody who wants to check that out. I think that's about it. That's about it for explaining what's on the bookshelf, unless you guys have any other questions. Oh, in the background, the thing that says Warnock, that is a sign from the canvassing operation that I just got back from in Georgia. I think my flight landed maybe 2 or 3 days ago now, and I'm kind of still recouping a little bit. I'm waiting to see if COVID hits or not. I hope to God it doesn't. Relly, Irrelevant, said that he was feeling sick and that he might have it. And I spent some close time with Relly, so I hope to God I don't have it, but I might. Booksmarts, I read that Latino people don't really use the word Latino. Is that a thing? Yeah, because we just refer to each other by the countries, and then we make fun of each other based on the countries. I need hot sauce on my shelves to remind people I'm Hispanic, too. I think it's a good starting place. Like, people ask, oh, how lovely. Why do you have this bottle of Frank's Red Hot on this shelf? To remind people I'm from the South. Like, I don't know. Yeah, you could put like hot sauce and have it be like a starting conversation thing. What were you in support of the insurrection on the 6th? Oh, were you in support of the insurrection on the 6th? You know, I'm not allowed to have an opinion on that, because if I go in the yes direction, I'm going to get banned off of Twitch. So I'm going to go ahead and abstain from an opinion on the insurrection that happened on the 6th, because I just think it's too hot of a topic. I don't think it's worth giving an opinion that's not in line with everybody else's. I think a Dylan Burns TV and I'm Really Important were there too. Yeah, they were. And I'm Really Important was also very, very close to irrelevant. So I'm waiting to see if I or Relly gets it, because if they get it, I'm definitely getting it. We had a lot of time together, so if they catch it, I'm fucked. You know who's not catching it? I'll guarantee you. And if I say this and I jinx them, I'm so sorry, because I'm in love with you. But Lycan was very, very, very serious the entire time we were there. Lycan always had the N95 masks. Lycan was very careful about who he hung out with. Lycan was very explicit about trying to be safe. He was coming from a place where they were also very safe, and so he was used to a higher level of like caring about COVID. And I think Lycan was really responsible the entire time. Now, if Lycan gets it, we're all fucked because Lycan was super duper safe. Borelli is already feeling pretty sick as of recent. He suspects he has a cold. And I know that motherfucker won't get tested because I know he's not spending money on a test either. So we just got to wait it out. That's what I'm saying. If I'm really important comes down with it, then I will know. But I have a feeling that Relly won't even test himself. So, we'll see. It's the Patreon Discord chat exclusive take. Yeah, maybe. There was no... Oh, yeah, huh? I could tell my Patreon. No, wait. You guys would leak it. I don't trust you motherfuckers. Speaking of which... So, look at this. Look at this. This is a donation, or not a donation. This is for my Patreon, okay? So in the background, you see that 500? We're almost there. We're almost at 500 a month after their fees. And then we'll get a pogfish. Okay, cool. And, whoops. You see the 1,000? You see that little boy with his cat ears on? Yeah, that's gonna happen. Okay, if we hit 1,000 a month on Patreon, I'll do some cat ear streams, guys. I'll wear a choker. I'll do it for you. Okay, I'll do it for you. And up there, whoa, 1,500 full time. That's right. We can do this full time, 40 hours a week for sure. Whether that's on stream time or prep time. I'm looking forward to that. That's more reasonable there. Right now, I'm still having to do essay writing stuff. I had to accept a super sketchy job this month. But at the end of the month, this is crazy. You guys are going to think this is crazy. At the end of the month, your boy might be getting close to $10,000. And so if that ends up going through, then obviously I'm going to move and we're going to have a house and that's going to be great. But that doesn't mean that I'm good, okay? Because my income needs to match whatever my rent is, okay? So, just because that money is coming does not mean like everything is okay. It means like I have a stopgap. I have like an ability to pick myself up. And so I'm still going to be working on this. I'm still going to be working on getting the Patreon at a point where it can like, fund life. Because if I'm going full time, then there you go. 2,000 a month. I'm going to leave this to be ambiguous what that means, okay? I'm going to let that be ambiguous, but... okay? I'm not going to say anything else, but, there's going to be some books. Why is it super sketchy? What do you mean, why is it super... Oh, the job? I don't want to talk about it. I needed money, so I took a job that I know that I can do with my brain. Anywho, I'm going to put this back. Let's but yeah, there's that. I'll keep updating the board behind me. Sometimes the porn people have fuck a fan. Interesting. Well, I'm not going to do that. You'd have to pay me a lot more money than that, depending on who you are. I bet a mobster asked him to write. Let's not speculate, okay? Because let's just not speculate on that one. Just know that, like, took the 10,000 from Trump to review his rhetoric. No, it's not at all related to Twitch at all. Just know that. Oh shit, you're right, Ruby. Wait, who is Ruby and what the fuck are they saying? No, he's not right. Stop. Enough. No speculating, okay? Or you're gonna get muted because I don't want to get in trouble. Sometimes blah blah blah. I mean, I don't think there's much ambiguity to it. Stop. How old are you? 23. He gets to play out his kink on stream and gets money. That's not how it works. Well, we'll see, Huasque. We'll see. We'll see if people will make that work. Does that say fun/Randy for Friday? No. Okay, so this is a work in progress of like a schedule. I think we'll do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The reason why we're doing Monday is because I know that Destiny has boring stuff that he does on Wednesday. Sorry if I said Monday. Destiny has boring stuff he does on Wednesday that people have said they want to make it to. So I think Wednesday I for sure have to do. Monday we can do chill and chat. Friday we can do this. In between, I get time to work on videos or do whatever. I think that that's good. And then if I'm not going to do videos, I could just jump on stream, you know, or do other stuff, like do more game stuff. But yeah, Monday will be our catch-up day to have some just chatting and then some nonsense. And then, you know, whatever. But yeah, Femboy Friday. Yeah, maybe. If we end up getting the, you know, if we end up hitting the ears thing, I'll definitely do that. Random. Yes, random. What's your take on blackboards versus whiteboards? Whiteboards are less of a problem. They're less heavy. They're environmentally friendly. I like whiteboards, dude. And you're not going to find me being a fan of blackboards. I know what he's writing about, and I also know why the doc got banned on Twitch. Well, you're a well-networked person, Taryn, and I fear you. I fear you. Book, you gotta fuck with Destiny when he has his Catboy VTuber stream. What do you mean his Catboy VTuber stream? Is he really gonna do such a thing? Although, to the first part of your message, I need to fuck around more with Destiny in general. I think, given that I've accepted that Twitch is probably gonna be my next like job, like the next arc of my life is probably gonna be being a Twitch person. I think that I'll fuck around with Destiny more. Like I'll hang around with him, maybe join his Discord more, and generally like hang around bigger people more. Another thing that I'm going to try to do is to give more time to small people and their projects that I disagree with, because people have to grow and they will grow into something that is better. And that means we're doing panels. That means that we're gonna be on. I promised Dylan Burns, guys. Okay, so I talked to Dylan. In private. I promised. I know. Stop saying. No. This isn't good. I know. I promised Dylan Burns we would do more stuff together, dude. So Dylan and I will be talking more. That means that Dylan and I will probably be doing panels together. I don't know what else that means, dude. Having to talk to Mike. Yeah. Okay. So I owe Dylan Burns. I'm gonna do more stuff with Dylan Burns. Dylan is really cool, but those panels are something else. Yeah, they're something other than cool. But let's not be mean, okay? Because there are people trying to make panels better, like Senpai Chow. That's another thing. Is I'm gonna do these fucking 20 viewer Senpai Chow things as well, because I want to encourage smaller people to do more things. And I think in order to lobby what I want done, I need to be, you know, in bed with a lot of not connected. I need to be I don't know why. That's all I could think of. I need to be in bed with these people. I need to be connected with these people. Okay, so that means doing more content with them. That means being in their DMs more. That you know, I think that you could apply politics stuff to Twitch stuff, and I think it mirrors pretty well. So to garner influence, I think I need to be a part of more stuff. Coomer Book feels weird, man. I'm pretty Coomer in real life. I think anybody that hung around with me in my hotels and stuff. Never mind. I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble. You guys are pushing me to weird places. I'm not talking about this anymore. Let me go ahead and selectively pick which chats I'm gonna read out loud real quick. You might learn something too. It's a mutual opportunity to grow. It most certainly is. And I have a lot I could learn. So, you know, that's it's good to do. And I might meet people who I want to put on other panels. Like Luxifer is somebody who I really enjoy talking to. I would love to do tag team debates with Luxifer. We talked about this in Supreme's chat, but like Lux and I, if we prep debate points before we go on to something, like if we prepare debate points before we go on to one of these panels and argue, Like, just imagine, guys, we could fucking destroy people. We could fuck with people. We could have so much fun if there's just two of us and we're on the same page about a secret plan. And I could do the same thing with Dylan. I could do the same thing maybe with Destiny, although less likely. Like, I think that you can scheme to make content with these people, and you can jump on these panels with other incentives different than the people on there, and you can have a lot of fun being outside of that system. And that's what I hope to do. Like, there's a Booksmarts that does something like the Biden stutter video. That's a very serious, very paying attention to rhetoric Booksmarts, right? And when something is serious, like my plea to get you guys to go out and do activism, I think that I'm fairly good at making my points and like getting them across that way. However, there's another kind of Booksmarts. There's Booksmarts with his accents, and there's Booksmarts with his roasting, and there's Booksmarts with like all of that. And I think, although you guys don't like that, I think I can use that for content in a way that I'm not currently. And I think those are the places for that content. Ever had a drunk stream? I have a lot of drunk streams. Anna usually just sits there quietly, except when she wants to say something about how people are on the drug triad or fit into some study she read. Well, yeah, because Anna doesn't know how to talk to people. That's why Anna is going to make a very bad fucking whatever. Anywho, I don't want to shit on Anna. There's Booksmarts and then there's Bookfucker. That's a good way of putting it. There's Booksmarts and then there's Bookfucker, dude. Drunk Smarts is funny. I'm happy to hear that. I think Drunk Smarts is annoying. Booksmarts needs to debate Bookfucker. Oh, that'd be an interesting debate. In bed with Senpai Chow. Just say it so I can clip it. Well, there you go. Dylan's show yesterday was something. Oh, interesting. Must admit, he's had a couple of panels that have annoyed me. I like Dylan, though. Okay, that's good. Sleeping your way to the top, I see. I would. If it was possible, I certainly would. What I will say is it doesn't seem like sleeping with people necessarily gets you anything. I know other streamers that are sleeping around and getting nothing out of it, dude. So I don't know if that works in this industry. Unless they work for Twitch, I think you're fucked. Like literally. You're just fucked, dude. And figuratively. How can I become a ghostwriter for college essays? Like, how do I find customers for that? You be trustworthy and you network yourself and talk to people, bro. Something Twitch people aren't very good at. You know, you got to get out there and talk to people, go to parties, figure out who has money and push them into doing it. I don't know. That's marketing 101. If you don't know how to market a ghostwriter for college essays, maybe you're not meant to be one, dude. Properly fucked. Yeah, proper fucked, dude. Proper fucked. Yeah, proper fucked. Find the dumb fucks. Ooh, yeah, I will, dude. We'll go on a giant mission searching for all the dumb fucks. All right. Anywho, that's everything that's going on. That's the donation, or not the donation, my fucking Patreon thing. Here, let me check on Patreon. Let's see where we're at, just so that I have a baseline and I can give you guys a number. Patreon's been awesome, though, because I can rely on that income every month. Even Twitch subs, you can't rely on them because they shift like by literally 50% some months, so it's difficult. Right now, we have on the Patreon 486, so we're just under 500 per month. That's enough to pay for the office and the internet, I think, and then some spending cash for like random bullshit, but that's about it. Like, we had a anonymous donation of 300 towards the Georgia Fund, and that really, really helped. Yeah, I think that this could be bigger. I think that pushing this is much better than pushing Twitch because, again, Twitch takes 50% of all of the subs that you send in. So keep that in mind. Twitch is taking like, you know, literally half up front of anything that you send me. So that's why like Patreon is looking a lot better. What kind of research is required for the ghostwriting? What do you mean? The same research it requires to get a degree. Like, I don't know how to answer that. You're literally just writing a paper for somebody. So whatever it takes to write the paper is what you're going to have to do for the ghostwriting. Let's hear the accent. No, I'm going to get banned. Anywho, let's find something to look at. Call to action for Primes is still good though. Yeah. If you have Amazon Prime that gives you a free Twitch subscription you can use every month. And those make up the largest percentage of the Twitch subs that most streamers get. So if you have Amazon Prime, that's a free ticket to give your favorite streamer a little bit extra. And
My
to get some
version of being
emotes and other
polite is
things.
to at
So-
all costs avoid rudeness. And it feels like I have a much better chance of making that work by shutting up than by speaking.
All right. Thank you for that. I appreciate the sub. I think that's a sub at least. Why would the accent turn you into someone we wouldn't normally see on your stream? What do you mean? And why would the accent turn you into someone we normally wouldn't?
Breathtaking.
I don't understand.
I shall call him.
Oh shit! I've triggered you guys. I've triggered you.
Lol.
That's really loud. Oh, the one complaint I get all the time is that my sub alerts and stuff are really loud, but I don't have like a good way of managing that. Like you have to do them all individually in the background. And on my end, things like ho ho look really good in the waveform. So I don't see how they're like super duper loud. I don't understand how people are saying that. But if they are,
Yes,
you
I
know.
love this. For mysterious reasons, I love this.
Okay, that one's a little bit loud, but the other ones aren't too bad. I don't know. Thanks for all the subs, guys. Imagine paying the no voter landlord Dan. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Dan doesn't need money, dude. What the fuck? I'm just shitting on Dan, dude. Dan doesn't need money. Dan doesn't need your subs. If you're gonna go spend your sub on Dan, come here and use it, Chris. No more Dan. Dan, the man with a plan to get fucking. I don't know. I don't know, dude. Look at these Dan emotes. He has good emotes, though. True. There you go. Maybe I need good emotes. What's up with that? Dan says he's rich all the time. You know, the kinds of people that say they're rich all the time are typically, you know, I don't know. I know he seduced me with 1 day of good Rust content. Well, then we have to play Rust then, don't we? And I have to give you some good Rust content. If we're going to be a real streamer, we need to start playing video games, okay? I play Faster and Light. I play Dungeon of the Endless. I play Overwatch. I play all sorts of different games. So we just need to pick games that are good. Alex, you're going to get yourself fucking banned, dude. My mods don't like that kind of shit, dude. So if you get timed out or something, that's your bad. I'm not the one drawing wieners in chat. That's you. Have you seen Dungeon of the Endless 2? I have not, but everybody recommends it to me. Mocking people of land? What do you mean? What did I say? People of land? I don't even know what that means. But I'm getting feels weird, man. So I guess I did something wrong. Those balls are pretty small. Wait, what do you mean those? Yeah. True. What do you mean rip? All right, fuck you guys. Anywho. Let's get into it. What are we going to do today? Oh, that's my last mask. I need that to walk home. No! Oh, no! That's what I get for memeing around. Fuck! God damn it. I need to staple this shit back on there. Matter of fact. Do it like this. Oh, yeah, that's great. Give me one more. Oh, yeah. It hurts so good. There we go. Ow. It's a little scratchy, I'd say. It's a little scratchy. But I think it'll do. Oh, you know what's something that's fucked up? One of my ears isn't working today. It closed up
Yes,
and now
I love
I can't
this.
hear
For
it.
mysterious reasons, I love this.
Whoa! Fallen Sora gifting Chris Neasy that sub that he missed out on this month. Wow. What a guy. Nice. I like that. That's pretty pog, dude. Yeah, him on panels may make the
My
panels
version
watchable.
of being polite
Who?
is to
Me?
at all costs avoid rudeness. And it feels like I have a much better chance of making that work by shutting up than by speaking.
That's true. Thanks for that, Mr. Geek. Good to see you, dude. I'm actually super excited about you being on panels and rhetorically destroying people. Yeah, we'll see. That's another thing. Anytime I do a debate review, what do people say? Do they say, oh, Booksmarts, technically when you're talking here about this point, you're technically incorrect here and here because I said that? No, they don't do that. You know what they say? Why are people even listening to this guy? This guy doesn't do debate. This guy doesn't know what it's like to be in the trenches. Who is he to come here and tell me how good I'm doing or how bad I'm doing? Why do people even listen to him? And that's how I know that I'm doing good, because motherfuckers have no argument against it. I sit there and spend 6 hours explaining why I think the way I think about something, and the only response that people have is, oh, he just doesn't like me because of X and Y and Z. Oh, he just, he doesn't do this. He doesn't understand. Like, yeah, shut the fuck up. You don't got shit on me, okay? And once I fucking start doing these things, you'll have doubly nothing to say. So I like the idea of that, dude. I like the idea of also going into these people's habitats and just memeing on them, because they're fucking memers, dude. They're not really serious about debate either. All of them Gilbert Godfreys out there. Gosh and golly. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Jaffa! Pour olive oil in your ear. It can dissolve a clump or earwax that might be blocking. I think I have an animal in there, dude. I think a little cicada or something has climbed in there and he's gotten stuck. We'll see, dude. I think I have to go to the doctor because I deadass can't hear. That's a lot.
Hatasham, Fhatkinto Fashowaraya Uputkinon Heretodai. If Ivere Deman Ivas 5 Arsago Ivoult Take Aflamet Hravertot Hisplace. Zradle of leadership. Well. Fhendebo Ukbrax. Detzradle Vilfal.
Oh, that was so great. Yeah. What did you say? maybe it's my ear, but I kind of missed what you said with that. What are you talking about, dude? That's a lot of nonsense. Here, let me try to read it. What a sham. What kind of show? Okay, I'm not fucking reading that. I'm happy it came through in the French unintelligible fucking voice, dude, because I don't think it was anything nice, so we're gonna move past that. Are you learning any language right now, Booksmarts? No, it takes too much time. Twitch takes a lot of fucking time. I don't think you have enough time to like learn stuff. It's from an Al Pacino movie. Oh, okay, interesting. But yeah, I'll go get the ear fixed. Something's going on. I'm afraid to go to the doctor. So yeah, maybe I'll pour some olive oil in my ear, like you said.
I already regret my decision.
And you got the weeb alert, dude. That's some big shit. Yeah, Lux, you and we're doing some tag team stuff, bro. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready to crush the libs, dude. Because you know who we're going to defend? We're going to start defending conservatives, dude. We have to go and we have to make the arguments for the conservative people. Because, I see... Here, let's get serious for a second. I see a lot of talk online about, kind of populations of people and how populations of people are disenfranchised, right? Like we talk about African American people and how you don't think they're going to go get IDs to vote, or you talk about, Hispanic people that are afraid of the government or whatever. I think the one thing we have to recognize is the IQ gap between conservatives and liberals. I think we need to realize that there is a measurable gap in intelligence between conservative people and, the average person. And so I think that that's unfair, that we pretend like that doesn't exist. I think it's an invisible thing that we, don't give enough attention to. And I think we need to rectify it. I think we need intelligence for the conservatives. I think they need a better voice. So, I think what we need to do is we need to dig in, figure out what conservative people believe, and really help them. Give them a voice, because right now I think they're missing that because they're all so stupid. And I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's their fault, frankly. I think if you grow up in an anti-intellectual, anti-establishment, whatever kind of household, I think it's unreasonable to expect you to go out and actually read about anything that you're talking about. I think it's difficult to expect you to go outside of your community and to talk to people who are struggling. So I think we need to bring that to these people. They are mentally isolated. They're mentally isolated, and they don't have highways. The infrastructure for learning is just so underdeveloped in conservative communities. I mean, by golly, we need to start building some roads. We need to. We need to start being people that are bringing ideas to these people and you know, facilitating some commerce. That's how we've modernized so many nations. It's the way we have to modernize these ways of thinking. They need ideas to come in and out, and they need us, dude. So that's what we're going to do. I thought peroxide was a thing for earwax plugs. I don't know, dude. Are conservatives really dumber, or is it just that they consume completely different media? I'm no doctor, dude. I can't tell you the source. You ask me nature, you ask me nurture, you ask me media, you ask me Trump. I don't know. I don't know what the source of it is. I don't think it matters. I don't think we're getting down to the bottom of it. Like the conservatives, I don't trust the scientists on this topic. I don't trust why they say it is how it is. I just see it. My common sense, my intuition, I see it, okay? And I think we need to fix it from that point of view. No intellectualizing, no diving deeper into the causes. We don't got to do that. We got to jump in the trenches and fight this, okay? This is like the war on drugs, okay? We have an amorphous enemy, and we have a war that's going to go on for a long, long time, but we need to jump in there. It's an invisible foe we'll never truly understand, but we have to grapple with it, okay? And that's what I'm going to start doing, I think. Would most people be ideologically opposed to that? I think most people, like there is a gap in intelligence between these two sides, I think there is a gap in patience. Being ignorant means that you don't see a lot of the frustrating details that normal people see, right? So conservatives, by nature, have a lot more patience. I think that what the left lacks is patience. I think you need more patience to be able to deal with these people, and you don't have that if you take it too goddamn seriously. So we're going to be like Bastiat. We're going to be a bit more performative, a bit more, you know, whatever, except I'm going to use that to work together with the conservatives a little bit more. I think that would be good. I really do. So we're going to be doing stuff like that. We're going to be having fun with it, I think. Okay, but what do you mean by modernize? You're not talking about Twitch panels, are you? I'm just talking the abstract. Stop trying to make connections. That's what you intellectual people are always trying to do. Stop making connections, dude. This is gospel. Just take it as it is, dude. This is example number one of how you miss the conservative mindset. It's not about connecting A and B. It's about saying 50 points, dude. They don't have to connect. It's very simple. Like, I think we need to communicate with these people at their level, dude. Are you going to wiggle like that while being performative? Maybe I am, dude. I can do that. Oh my God. We're here in this chat, in this stream chat for answers. Booksmart's getting a suit. Maybe, dude. I'll put an American flag right here too. Big ass American flag. Sunglasses that are reflective. I'm going to start growing this out. You know, make myself look a little less Hispanic-y, and then I'll blend right in, dude. I'll blend right in. Matter of fact, get a bit of sunburn going. I think I could do it. So that's what we're gonna be going for. Hide the Warnock March. Yeah, I'll have a string that I pull, and it'll drop like a Trump MAGA 2020 flag. I'll just go, we're going into conservative mode, and then fucking an American flag and a Trump flag and a Blue Lives Matter one. They'll all fall at once. I should also have a socialist one, dude, where I pull it and it's like a fucking communist flag and it's Vietnam and it's something else. Like that would be, and an LGBT flag, dude. I think we could do it. It'd be super fun. And then you guys would know which way I'm grifting based on the background. Like, he's got the flags out today. Ooh, what are we getting into? What flavor of crazy is he? Anywho, I think that would be hella fun. It's easy, just appeal to vague value sets. Yeah, dude. Hide, okay. What does your moral barometer say, book? I mean, I've ignored it, dude. That's another thing. The conservatives turn their moral barometer off for certain issues, dude. I've found the button on my machine for turning off my moral barometer, and I've been pressing it, dude. I've been pressing it to understand the fucking conservative people, and I think the dots have connected. I think I get it. So that's another strategy here. Let's see. I'm just catching up on the old stuff, making sure I didn't miss anything. Guys, he's already grifting. Get him. I don't know, dude. We can have different kinds of videos. You forgot stickers everywhere behind you with InfoWars, PragerU, Turning Point USA, etc., etc. True. No enlightened centrist background. Yeah, I'll have a "Don't Tread on Me" flag and. What's funny is I feel like libertarians are the enlightened centrists now. They're like, I don't care to understand a single thing about how any of this works. I just want freedom. How can nobody just be down with freedom? If we had ultimate freedom, we would have ultimate government, right? I see the balance being free markets. You put free in front and it solves it. Because if it doesn't work, that means it's not supposed to, right? Right? Like, just make it free. Like black people. We just made them free and it solved it. They're doing great now. Like, libertarian people are just fucking disconnected from reality, and they just think if you make everything free, you're fine. So, I don't know. Maybe, I think libertarian people are enlightened centrists, if I'm being quite honest. I think they put on their blinders so much that they miss fucking everything. I don't care to understand how any of this works. Yeah. I'm going to pick a sentence that describes what I want, and I'm going to go la, 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 la. Give me free markets, dude. I don't give two fucks. La, 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 la. Like, free healthcare. Yeah, there you go. But no, that has a cost to it, okay? Here's the thing. I want freedom from everything, including taxes. And you can't have freedom from taxes and have free healthcare. You sell me a plan that does that, brother, and I'm on board. But until we have free, no taxes, that's what I'm about. Free Palestine, free whatever. Who gives a fuck? As long as they have markets and they're all good to go, who cares about Palestine, dude? That's what I'm saying. I live in fucking Indiana. What do I give a fuck about Palestine, dude? I don't care. Who lives there? I don't know. They should solve their own thing, dude. Just make everywhere free, and that's how you're good. This is how you grift? What is this?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, InfoWars and all this other bullshit? Yeah, bro. That's what you got to do. All right. Free Bobby Shmurda. I don't know who Shmurda is. What the fuck is Aleppo? I don't know. Ask Dylan Burns. That sounds like some Dylan Burns type shit. That sounds like that happens in some far off fucking shithole country, dude. I don't know what Aleppo is. It sounds like it's not American, though. This is an America-centric stream, dude. We don't deal with no fucking international nonsense. Go to Dylan Burns for that. We don't know what's going on outside of our borders because we're so focused on keeping them closed, dude. You don't have to worry about what goes on outside if nobody's coming in. That's my thoughts, dude. That's my conservative grifter thoughts coming through. Got to get you a black beanie first? True. Or what if I was like a cat boy conservative, dude? Like, hey, my name's Booksmarts. I'm a cat boy conservative. I'm here to stand for traditional family values in a modern world. All right, interesting. And why pick the Catboy thing? Like, what's about that? I think that questions like that are the kind of intrusive things that our government has been doing for the last fucking 50-odd years, and I'm sick of it. You have just created this kind of culture where you're asking questions and learning about everything, and I'm not down for that. I want freedom to be ignorant. That's what I want in this country, is the freedom to be ignorant of politics, freedom to be ignorant of the plight of immigrants, and freedom to be ignorant about why I have cat ears on. So you mind your own fucking business, and you make sure that business exists in a tax-exempt, wonderful, libertarian ideal world. And then I'll be happy, dude, okay? Wrong. 50 even years. I don't know, dude. I think the Catboy dipshit already exists. Yeah, I think they do. Do you speak Mexican? No, I speak Costa Rican. Let's see here. Confirmed libertarian presidential candidate? Maybe, dude. I mean, maybe you put a fucking yellow flag behind Trump, and I bet he could call himself a libertarian. Look up hot N-word. It's a rap. Well, if it was a pamphlet, I would be very worried. Yeah, okay, it's a rap. That's good. Do you speak Spanish, Mr. American? Sí, yo hablo español, pero I don't do that, dude, because it'll get people on the wrong side, dude. It's not good rhetoric. Not good rhetoric at all. Where's Carboy Comoy being bringed up? What the fuck are you talking about? Carboy Commie? Who's Carboy Commie? Catboy Commie? He's a conservative cat. Oh, cute! I would love to talk to Catboy Commie. Who's that? If they're a conservative cat, I like that. A conservative cat? I can't help but like that. Oh my goodness, Catboy Cammy. No, don't, Book. Monk ass. Don't monk ass me. We've talked to all kinds of people. Oh, Nazi. Ooh, okay. Well, that changes things. I think you have the freedom to put any kind of flag behind you, but there's certain ones that he's a white. Okay, all right. Why do you guys always know Nazi people? You know. All right, I'm going to leak some information, guys. I'm going to leak a private conversation. You guys ready for this? So I was at a private dinner with some other streamer people, and there was a little bit of a lull in the conversation, and I had something on my mind that I wanted to talk about. We were talking about our chatters. We were talking about moderation. And so I said, rather unrhetorically soundly, I said, I have a Nazi problem in my chat. I think I said that, or I said, like, my chat has a Nazi problem. And everybody just goes quiet and stares at me. Everybody like puts down their forks. They're just like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I have a Nazi problem in my chat. And so I talked to them about how, like, some of you guys just reference Nazi stuff just too much. Like, when every example is like Goebbels this and fucking Hitler that, I can't stand it. And I think that it means something bad. And so, like, yeah, anywho, I think the funny bit was just how I introduced it. And it got a little bit of a cringed out response. Book, I don't recommend image searching Catboy Cammy. Well, you know that's what I'm doing right now. Let's see, Catboy Cammy images. Oh my god! Wait, what the fuck? What is this?
Fucker.
What? Oh my god! Is he doing blackface? What the fuck? Oh my god! Is he doing yellow face in a fucking? Oh my goodness! Why would you guys want me to talk to this person? Why do you know who this is? To the people at home, this man has a poofy haired wig on. He's painted his face black and his lips red. He's holding a gun, and he's dressed up in like a basketball jersey with a big gold chain, and he's holding a bowl of I don't know what, but I assume another racial stereotype. Maybe watermelon? I'm not sure. But he's in blackface. Okay. And it seems like he's done. Oh, it's a bucket of KFC chicken. My apologies. Not watermelon, but Kentucky Fried Chicken. Okay. So that's Catboy Kami. Interesting. We're not going to talk to him, I promise. Okay? I don't think it's a good idea. We learned about all these people from Destiny. Yeah, because Destiny is a pipeline to the alt-right, right? Isn't that the narrative that's going around? He still streams on Twitch. He just gets banned about 5 times a stream. Oh. Why else do we know any Nazi/white nationalist icons? Destiny debated him at one point. Yeah, he's great at platforming all sorts of people. Some fucker on JRE subreddit uploaded one of his videos on there, and I was like, what the fuck? I wouldn't blame you for having that response. He is an Australian Nazi, which are always the worst kind of racist. Yeah, they're very boisterous, aren't they? The Australian people. They're very, like people say Americans are very like outward and enthusiastic and whatever, but I find that Australians are quite a bit. And I think that also applies to their racism and their homophobia, which I think they kind of wear on their sleeves a little bit from time to time. Catboy Kami is a wonderful human being. You should definitely talk to him. All right, Jackson. I don't know about that, buddy. He's the asshole to the alt-right. Interesting. If he's the asshole to the alt-right, that means that he got one hell of a pegging this election season. So he's probably all worn out, stretched out, and prolapsed, which is unfortunate. I'm sure he's having a hard time this election season. He dated Nick Fuentes. Well, I take it back. Can't be very prolapsed when you have a boyfriend like Nick. I'm going to get in trouble. I just know I'm going to get in trouble one day. Isn't he banned on Twitch? He said my name, Poggers. Yeah, I did, dude. Anywho, thanks for the sub. I appreciate Jesus, dude. What? You know, it's a stream of consciousness, all right? Not the Catboy. Destiny. Oh, okay. Catboy Kami also went on a live stream date with the one and only Fuentes. Okay, how did it go? Fucker. He's not his boyfriend if he only went on one date with him. So what's on the agenda for tonight? That's a good fucking question. Let's get the ball rolling. I'm going to open up this Notion document that has all the answers for me. Let's go ahead and do that. So we have multiple things we can talk about. I can keep updating you on some life stuff if that's what you guys want. So for instance, right now I'm looking into selling the motorcycle, which is, I'll just go through this really quick because that's the main item. I'm selling my other motorcycle, the sports bike that I have. Some dude was walking by and offered to give me cash money for it. So I'm like, Pog, I'll sell it. Dope, easy. So I'm going to do that. It's a bit bittersweet though. Because I also sold my BMW a while ago. Can we see it? Yeah, you guys could see it. Here, I'll see if I have a video of it on hand. Yeah, I'm getting rid of the sports bike, which is kind of sad. And it's sad because some of you, like people that have been on the stream for a while, know that I had a really good friend that I lost on a motorcycle ride together in the mountains. We hit a curve and he was going way too fast. He was on a sports bike and he plowed into a car coming in the opposing direction. And he was thrown like into a ravine and we pulled him out and tried to do CPR and all that nonsense. So that sticks with me. It sticks with me quite a bit. There was a lot, for some reason, it came back a lot when I was at the Georgia trip. I had a couple of dreams about it. And sometimes when I wake up for those dreams, I'll be saying something or I'll like yell or it's really cringe. So I had hoped that wouldn't happen my entire hotel time. And the organizer dude that I was staying with, Sajin Christian, he didn't say anything. So I assumed it didn't happen. Thank God. But yeah, that was a very impactful thing for me. And I got rid of the bike that had happened on. And at the time that made me really, really sad. And getting rid of this bike, this will kind of be the last memory in terms of motorcycles, although that sounds very materialist. That's like the last bike that I have that we rode together on. And, he had gotten a similar bike of the same model. So there's a lot of like little baggage behind that. And I'm kind of sad about it, but it is what it is. The bike will fall apart unless somebody takes it and fixes it. And I don't make enough money to do that. So I'm going to get rid of it. But yeah, that'll also help with the move. Again, in case you missed the very beginning of the stream, I took on some money is coming my way, probably early February, and that should be several $1,000s, and that will really help with moving because I need to. When I came back from Georgia, my dad told me that Here, let me just actually catch up on chat before we just randomly move off of this topic. Get a cool choppa. Rip. Sorry that happened. Traumatic. Yada yada. Nothing cringe about. I mean, it is a little bit cringe to share, but do you have a picture of it you can share? No plates, of course. No, I don't. I don't think I do without the plate, so I probably shouldn't share it. Not cringy. Sound like you handled that type of situation really well. I thought I did at the time, but the dreams and stuff don't go away, so I probably need to like go get that fixed at some point. Though when I talked to a therapist about it, they said the same thing. They're like, you handle it really well. I don't know why that's happening. So, bit strange. Don't know why that still happens. Do you worry about the fact that the Patriot Act strips all legal rights away from the people labeled as terrorists, combined with the fact that everyone is jumping to label the Capitol Hill rioters as terrorists? Well, atheist Jesus, I don't know, dude. Why are you asking me these questions? Who cares what I think about this? Why do you care about this? Also, I would guess that you're sympathetic to the Capitol Hill rioters. I don't know if that's the case, but I think we should all have problems with the Patriot Act no matter what. And if it took a bunch of your dumb fuck compatriots to storm the Capitol and ruin it for you to realize how bad that is, you know, low-key clap to you for finally coming around to that idea. But the rest of us on the left have been sympathetic to literal terrorists and to literal people who are being tortured and stuff under these programs. So, you know, everything from whistleblowers to like real, like unapologetic terrorists. I think we've tried to secure rights for all of them because this is the kind of country that we live in. I don't think the kind of country we live in is one that we want to accept doing awful things to people, regardless of what label we want to put on them. So I think I had a problem with that for very different reasons than you. I'm happy you finally woken up to the idea of that being fucked up, although I'm saddened to see that it's by these people who I really don't think you should have much sympathy for. Anywho, I'm a lefty, bro. I don't care. I literally don't care. I thought all of them were completely fucking retarded. Well, then, you know, you be you, dude. I have no idea why you care. Nope, I thought more should be shot. Well, then you're wrong for a different reason. Congrats. I'm no lefty, dude. I just thought we should fucking massacre him. I just think it's fucked up if we're going to keep him alive, that we're going to take away the rights. You know, I'm in favor of immediate execution without judge, jury, or anything else. Okay, but, you know, if you're not going to execute him, you can't just bring him through these fucking kangaroo courts. That's fucked up. What the fuck? That doesn't make any fucking sense, but okay, atheist. I'm just gonna, you know, one thing that Destiny taught me is to not pick apart inconsistencies in people's beliefs, because everybody is inconsistent. You waste a bunch of time on little things that they themselves don't seem to care very much about. So there's your inconsistency that I think you have, but I don't care to dig into it any further. His room looks like the office of a professor, whiteboard and all. Yeah, I have a lot of whiteboards and stuff. You forgot to show us? Yeah, I probably won't show us. Anyhow. Hey, riding a bike is a life sad to hear you're stopping. What? Hey, riding a bike is a way of life. Sad to hear you're stopping. Yeah, I'm not stopping, though. I really like riding motorcycles. Even after I saw that motherfucker die, like, I still really liked riding motorcycles. Like, people were like, oh, are you going to quit now? Have you finally learned your lesson? Like, that's fucked up. What do you mean learn my lesson? Like, my friend died. That doesn't mean I'm not going to ride motorcycles anymore. Like it wasn't me. I didn't get into a huge accident because I was driving like a dumb fuck. That was him, you know? I think one of the most difficult things was trying to keep myself composed when I had to tell his family that that's likely his fault. Like, when them and the insurance people later came after me and they were asking me a lot of questions about how this occurred, I didn't have much sympathy for him because he was driving recklessly. He was going down a hill going really, really fast on a turn that we knew existed, that we had talked about before we had departed from the top of the mountain. We had all been warned about the curbs. We had a few yikers moments leading up to that point. So from my perspective, he put his own life at risk that way by being on the motorcycle and riding it the way that he did. which is probably why I don't feel bad about continuing to ride motorcycles. If anything, that was a lesson to me about why you should be safe on a motorcycle, why you shouldn't group ride with people that ride recklessly, and why you should speak out if you have a friend that starts to involve themselves with those people. My biggest takeaway was how if you enter in a group with other unsafe riders, even the most safe of riders can become dangerous. And that's what happened to my friend. He was somebody who was completely safe, stopped at every light, avoided speeding, all that stuff when he would ride with me. But he started to go on this app, an app that lets you group ride with people in your area who you don't know, an app that he and I got in a lot of fights over the ethics of, all the way up until his death. So my takeaways are very different from that than I think people on the outside might think that they ought to be. And one of the hugest ones was, don't ride in groups with people who ride like fucking assholes, because you will become a fucking asshole. And the second thing is to always be safe and don't let other people trick you into not being safe, because that is the exact moment where you die. There are other riders that are unsafe. There are other riders that have been unsafe since they were 16 years old and riding without a license. There are other riders that go their entire career being unsafe. Those are the kinds of people with luck and God on their side. I don't know how to explain that they're doing that, but you're not one of those people. If you're somebody that rides safe, you are even more susceptible to getting into an accident, because that's not normally how you ride. So a big thing, if you ever get into motorcycles and you like them, think about the people that you're riding with. Think about the people who you are getting habits from, and think about how you hold yourself accountable on a bike. Think about how you are behaving on the bike. Like, sure, it feels shitty to catch up with somebody at a light like 2 blocks away because you chose not to race everybody and go 80 miles an hour out of the gate. But you know what? It's also nice that you could catch up with them. It's nice that you can meet them at the next light. Because what's more awful is that they realize 5 blocks down the street that you're not with them. And they have to go back and see that you got in an accident because you pushed yourself beyond the point that you could control yourself. So that's a big thing for motorcyclist people. I think that it's fine and it's fun and it's an incredible experience. I would tell everybody that it's worth it to go to the highway patrol and to take the safety test and to learn how to ride a motorcycle, because it's fun. And you may find something that is like a highlight of your life, right?
He who desires but act not breeds pestilence.
So I would say that, like, definitely try riding. I don't discourage people from trying to ride, but I do try to give them this extra story because I want their first taste of it to be something responsible. I want them to avoid some of the things that may get them killed, and, it's whatever. Like, I'm sure people that hike up crazy mountains understand the danger of it, or people that free climb fucking rocks understand the danger of it. And I think that there are things you can do in this world, in this life, there are experiences you can have that are both on the one hand dangerous and on the other hand life-changing. As a matter of fact, I think that these two things tend to go hand in hand more than we give them credit for. So I don't think it's bad to ride a motorcycle, but you should definitely be safe and you should be thinking about what you're giving up to have that experience. But yeah, I don't know. Young men particularly prone to showing off in front of other young men. My friend laid his bike down trying to look cool in front of his biking friends. Yeah, and it happens all the time because people with motorcycles behave even the most responsible people behave very differently when they're with other bikers. And I see that a lot. I almost joined a hitchhiking app a while ago. Yikes, that sounds crazy. Though, Uber is just a hitchhiking app that that takes credit card information. If you really think about it, like, what's weird is none of us are comfortable hitchhiking on the road because we're afraid of what a random driver might do to us. But we're all okay with using Uber, who doesn't do any like background checks on their drivers, doesn't really keep up with negative reviews. Like, they do very little to make sure that you don't get somebody crazy who's going to kill you. But we're so not okay with hitchhiking, but we're so fine with Uber. It's a bit strange to me. Holland is a good place to ride a bike. Okay, cool. What's scary is other drivers. Yeah, other drivers are scary too, but I mean, you can only fix you, so just make sure you're at least not being a scary motorcyclist for other people to deal with. I can't see how it would make you stop rather than keep you cautious. I think that what I went through would have stopped a lot of people from riding bikes. I think it would stop a lot of people. He had he had on one of the safest helmets that you could have. It had the European, standards and whatever. It went the above and beyond to have all the things checked. And when he hit the car, we suspect that his helmet hit like the corner of the frame by their windshield, and it had just completely cottage cheesified.
I love this. For mysterious reasons, I love this.
It like cottage cheesified his brain, and it really fucked him up. Even though he was wearing a helmet, even though he had a bunch of safety gear on, like when we pulled him out, I could feel his bones cracking. That accident fucked him up. Okay, he was probably done skis from the moment that he had impact, which I hope to God for it, because he was fucked up. Like, I think seeing that and seeing how somebody that took all the right safety precautions was harmed that way to that extent would have turned a lot of people off of motorcycling. So I'm not pretending like this is something where I wouldn't expect most people to come away with that or whatever. I think a lot of people would have quit after that. I think that was an intense thing to see, and I think it was really sobering if I was under the impression that the motorcycles were somewhat safe or whatever. If I had any kind of thing in my brain, like any kind of delusion about the safety of motorcycles, it would have been tested and it would have failed in that moment. But I didn't, and nor did he. We watched plenty of accident videos and prepped ourselves mentally for what could happen when we ride. And he took a risk and that happened. But I think a lot of people that would have fucked them up a lot. Safety gear means nothing when you're going 60 miles an hour. Yeah. And when you're being flung at a car at 60 miles an hour. Yeah. And when the other car is going, however fast on its own. So yeah. Life is temporary, so live hard and die fast, chat. Oh my God. If that's your takeaway, Goalhead, that's pretty fucked, not gonna lie. Hitchhiking would work in my communist utopia. That was pretty rad, dude. I don't think anybody would need to hitchhike rides in a communist utopia, though. I hear that communist utopias have pretty good transport systems, public transport, so I would hope nobody has to hitchhike, because that would mean a failure of your communist system, dude. Do motorcycles have seatbelts? No. I'm pretty sure you didn't want to be strapped into that fucking wreck of a bike, though. It didn't look much like a motorcycle when it was all done. I like biking around town, but meh to long distance riding. I feel that. I'm kind of meh to canyon riding or mountain riding. I feel like canyon and mountain riding are super duper dangerous. The people on sports bikes I see trying to go 60 to 70 on those mountain roads, banking around blind turns and shit. I think that's real fuck. I can never get down with that. Every time we ever went in the mountains, I had a real fucking gripping my fucking pants thing. One thing I thought about at the time was we went up to Lake Elsinore in California, and to get there, you have to go through the mountains in this mountain pass. And I remember that after trying to keep up with him and this other, I think we were riding with one other person, and this other person we were riding with, I pulled him aside and I literally told him, I'm like, if you guys ride like that through that canyon again, you're going to ride home without me. Because I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to die in that canyon trying to keep up with them. And it was the worst feeling in the world trying to keep up with them and risking that much and knowing that I didn't have full control over the bike. That was a moment where I really had to put my foot down about going on group rides with him and the people on that app. Because I was like, I can't do it. I'm not that good of a rider. And this isn't a giant dick waving parade where I'm meant to fucking keep up with you guys. I can't do that. And I remember him telling me, he was like, I was really scared, and he couldn't do it either. So, indicative of things to come, hindsight 2020, but he wasn't comfortable with that either. And we had to tell the person that we needed to slow it the fuck down on the way back. Otherwise, neither of us were going to do the group ride. But, that's again why I rally against those fucking group ride apps, because I think they're dumb as fuck. They're a super dangerous invention that I don't think is right. And I think to most people, they would think I'm a boomer and I'm dumb, offhandedly. But if you think about it for more than 2 seconds, you realize how dangerous of a thing that is. Do you speak Spanish? Poco, dude. I never ride with other peeps, but if I was going to, I'd need to know that they're very safe riders. Yeah. And the other thing was people would tell us this and then they would come on a ride with us and they don't. people are very susceptible to peer pressure, especially when they're on a bike. So you may say that now, but just keep in mind that that's not necessarily how it plays out. Like, be aware that once you're on the bike and you're strapped up and you guys are going in the group ride, it's very different, especially if you don't have group intercom. Like, there's no way for you to tell people to slow down once you get going. Once you start down the mountain path, you're confronted with a very different decision. You're confronted with the decision of, do I keep up with these people or do I disappear? Do I worry them about losing track of me or whatever? And I think those are pressures that you're not good at predicting in your brain. And I think that even though you say that, I want you to have a conscious moment of that when you're on the ride, because it will be a different decision to you. It will feel very different when you're in the moment. It's very easy when we're sitting behind our computers to say that you wouldn't do that or you would. I think it's very different when you're with the people, you're on the bike, and you're 10 minutes into a ride. So just keep that in mind. Like, it's good that you say that, but keep that in mind, because it doesn't, ego stocks go through the roof when you're on the bike. So, like, though we're at low ego level right now, just realize that it gets different when you're with the people and you're actually there. Discord bike call. Yeah, like that friend and I used to be on chat all the time, and we'd like dick around with like talking to each other over the intercom. This is making cars sound pretty sick, not gonna lie. Yeah, there you go. I'm asking if there was a study or something saying that it's actually okay, you're talking to somebody else, but not using ads. What's the aversion to rider apps? I have no frame of reference to this world. All I got is a 30-ish mile per hour e-bike. Does it just inherently connect peeps with dangerous peeps? I just went through a whole thing of it. You're on YouTube. You can rewind, Petra. Because I think I explained it pretty well. So if you rewind in the VOD, I think I give a pretty good case for that. I think I made it pretty clear. The notion of peer pressure makes me glad I'm autistic. Dude, I want to put that on a fucking t-shirt. That's so good. Peer pressure makes me glad I'm autistic. I like that, dude. Sorry, no problem. When peer pressure has little impact on me, I start to worry I trend in that direction. Yeah, maybe, dude. Maybe. Or you just don't have very cool friends, you know? It could be that too. It could be you guys are hanging out with losers who are not fun to copy, right? Maybe the stuff they're doing is fucking boring and gross and you don't want to do it. You know, all your anime group chat people with their fucking feet pics, maybe you just don't want to, maybe they're not very appealing. There's not a lot of social appeal there. And everyone thinks they're a great and safe rider/driver, but that doesn't mean it's true for most of them. Yeah. That's the other thing. And that's the thing about the app that makes it so stupid is people say they're safe and whatever, but then you get with them and they're super bad at writing. So I don't know. I probably need to be friends with them before riding. And yeah, group intercom. Yeah, for sure. Would it be safer to bring a knife if you planned on hitchhiking? I mean, that's pretty fucked up. That's like Rittenhouse going to a protest with a gun, bruh. I think you have some negative intentions if you bring a knife with you hitchhiking. I think that's kind of fucked. I think that's a red flag for me, Dr. PJ. Have you seen the people who free climb skyscrapers and parkour up that high? Is really scary. Yeah, it is. The roofer people, I have. Yeah. Let me scroll back here. My son takes my personality traits and just dials them up until he is firmly on the spectrum. Nice. Pressured into underage anime girls feels weird, man. Yeah, we pressure you into liking lolly, dude. That's not good. A thing I always try to stay aware of. Yeah. Hi. What's up, senpai? Actually, not the worst thing in the world. No. Seems like a good idea to me. The odds of the driver and me both being murderers has to be super low. Yeah. And if you're both murderers, that makes for a very interesting story if you come out the end of it, right? Like he pulls out his knife and you're like, oh my God. And you pull out your knife and you're like, what are the odds? And he's like, I know, right? And he's just like, you know what? I don't think, let's just talk, okay? There's not a lot of times that I encounter somebody who does the same thing as me. Isn't that crazy? So you came here to kill me? Oh my God. You're going to think this is so funny, but I was going to murder you and flay you too. That's fucking nuts. How are you going to get away? You were going to drive my truck? Yeah, you know, it's not as easy as you think. You prepped. Wow. You're one of those serial killer types, aren't you? Yeah. Maybe you could chit chat with your hitchhiker person who's going to murder you. Why would it be a red flag? Can't you just be worried about your safety? I don't know what you're talking about. How do you know my hitchhiking stories? Maybe I was one of the truckers that you let get away. Do you know Stabby Carl? Knife fight into sword fight? Yeah, maybe, dude. Maybe he pulls out some, like, dueling guns in the back. He's like, let's settle this like men. Tinder, but for serial killers. Yeah, that'd be cool. Your name sounds familiar. Were you in Columbus, Georgia? I was in Columbus, Georgia, dude. My son does have super strong... Okay, you're talking to somebody else. All right. Let's see. I think... And it depends on how long we've been going. How long has the stream been going by chance? Does anybody happen to know? I can check my Twitch manager right now, but let's see here. We have been going for an hour and 44 minutes. Interesting. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into something. Let's do something today. What are we going to watch? Is there anything, I'll ask before I do my prep stuff, is there anything interesting that you guys want to go through? Okay? I'll let a viewer request, okay? And if you pick something dumb, I will take viewer requests back away for like another week. Because I think last time we did something dumb. I have a note about it. Nothing related to me. Nothing related to you, senpai. You're exactly who I'm trying to talk to right now. Do not give me something dumb. Give me something interesting. Unless your thing is interesting. I think we both know, though, that it could be difficult for it to check both of the boxes. New League of Legends started. You could play. Ooh, I'd love to play League of Legends. I love League of Legends. Let me look that up, actually. That's a great recommendation. League of Legends 2. LOL 2, the digital-only business philosophy that Riot Games is... Well, I don't know what that is. Loving League of Legends, Pepilaf. I do love League of Legends. You guys act like you ironically like it, but I really like it. I don't know. I finally caught a Booksmart stream. Nice. I'm happy to have you. Right now we're taking some requests, so if you guys have any video you want me to watch. Does everyone think hitchhiking is super safe? I don't think people bring a knife with them with the intent of murdering their driver, though. I think that's just you, PJ. I think you're baiting the wrong thing with that question. The problem was not that you think hitchhiking is safe or not. The problem is you wanted to murder your driver. Like, I think you missed what we had a problem with there. I want you to watch the video of the Bucks game. Here, I'll look it up. The Buccaneers, 18-7. Damn, they whooped Washington's ass. What the fuck? NFL wild card round. Well, there you go. I hope you had some money on the Buccaneers. All right, that's pretty crazy. What the fuck were we talking about? Actual hitchhiking and not the book? I don't know. I don't know who's talking about what. I heard something about a knife, and I want to flay my Uber driver. I don't know, dude. That there's some nonsense going on in my chat. I'm trying to have... No, you're mischaracterizing my question. Hey, bro. I don't know. You're sharing too much information about your hobbies, dude. I don't know, Dr. PJ. This conversation will be used in court one day. It will. This is why Twitch keeps VODs in the background. Shit like this, dude. So when the FBI comes a knocking, you have the fucking evidence to put away Dr. PJ for the mass murder of, you know, truckers up and down Tallahassee. Fuck. Impromptu circumcision. You said that, dude, not me. You said that, not me. I don't know what's going on. Unreal. The Simpsons predict Capitol Hill attack. I don't know. Couldn't anybody just do a thing about the attack on Capitol Hill and then they predicted it? I don't know. Simpsons just talks about shit all the time. The knife is for practical travel use. I swear, Kappa. Interesting. Parler CEO John Matz states that Parler may be unavailable for up to a week as they rebuild from scratch. Subjects the conservative arc, perhaps. Interesting. So I guess I'm asking if you're looking for something serious or something that's entertaining. I mean, you can have both. I think the idea on Twitch with politics is to do both. Here's a funny video. All right, let's do a funny video. I'm kind of feeling down for a funny video. Oops. Whoops. Hold on. How did I do this before? Oh, I think I keep this and then I turn on one of these. I'm out of practice. Nope. There we are. Okay. You guys can see the boomer zoom that I have on the chat so that I can read it. It needs to be quite large. Anywho. Let's see. What are we going to look at here? Let's find one of these links. Gnarly. All right. Do I click your link? Half of the time you're not good at these links, so I'm going to pass just because I click on your shit all the time, senpai. Don't take it personally, kid. We're going to click on this one. He says it's funny.
Power to the people.
Stick it to the man.
In Captain Fantastic, Ben Cash uses a vast number of books and other learning materials to raise his children as philosopher kings. If you wanted to educate yourself to become a philosopher king, what would you need?
I'll get some paper and we'll make a list.
This already seems pretty cool.
How you getting along?
I just finished.
Senpai, stop. If you keep whining, bruh, if you keep whining, this is why I want to mute you, because you post shit like this. Stop. Stop whining. You're a dumb fuck.
Chapter 12. The World on a String.
I missed what they said. Fuck. This is why, bruh. You're fucking distracting, senpai. Whine. Yeah, bro, you're fucking baby. I never link you anything. I want to click my links. Shut up, bro. Shut up. It's only because I care about you that I respond to that at all. When you're just an amorphous chatter, it's easy to write you off. But when you're whining and you're a streamer person that I'm in the DMs with, bro, it's difficult to ignore you. So don't whine at me, bro. Don't whine. Wah. My links are always great. Well, whoever linked this is pretty good so far. I like the idea of it.
How you getting along?
I just finished chapter 12. The World on a String.
Don't step on the freedom. Don't step on the freedom. I'll never sell my soul. I'll never give you control. Don't step on the freedom.
Avoid Marxism, or telling her you're a Trotskyite.
Trotskyist. Only a Stalinist would call a Trotskyist a Trotskyite, and I'm not a Trotskyist anymore. I'm a Maoist.
Right.
What? I'm sorry, lefties, but you guys sound real fucking dumb. Holy shit.
God, sorry.
Okay, low key, just real quick side note. I know pause champ, but if you guys didn't know, your local library has tons and tons and tons of magazines. This is really awesome. Like, if you've never read something like Popular Science or Popular Engineering or whatever, even if you're a 12-year-old kid, that's a really fun read. Like, when I was in middle school, that's when I started going to the library for my city, and I would just binge fucking Popular Science and stuff. And I really loved like having access to that. So you'd be surprised at what different National Geographic's another good one, but you'd be surprised at what different magazines you would like. And if you're a person who wants to get into reading but struggles to with like long form content, I think that you may actually enjoy magazines. They're like really good balance of pictures and entertainment and like fun writing. All the stories are like more or less self-contained, or they fit into the general theme of that issue. I think it's really cool. I would really recommend trying out magazines, and libraries have tons of them.
We're in the very unique position of hating those people.
Can unique be modified?
No.
We don't hate Nan and Grandpa, but the rest of their tribe are fascist capitalists.
Do you even know what a fascist is?
Violent nationalist militants, supported by big business, and they're a totalitarian single-party dictator.
Whoa! Now, that may not be impressive to you guys, but I've heard people on the Twitch platform that can't define fascism. So that's pretty that's pretty pog, not gonna lie. What is this movie? Captain Fantastic. I'm gonna check out this movie. I really like this more than Jack AM. Yeah. That's who I'm thinking of. That's who recently it was. But I mean, you see it all the time. Hell, even me, I don't think I'd give as good a definition as the kid just gave. So yeah, that's really good. I don't know. Kid destroys Twitch politics. That's the story of Dylan Burns, dude.
Jesus.
I thought fascists were people we didn't like. I mean, there's overlap there.
Pol Pots.
The movie is really good.
Here we have
Okay.
the embodiment of Calvin Coolidge's statement that the business of America is business. Our democracy is one of the brightest lights of social justice in the history of humankind.
What's a bordello?
Whorehouse. What are you reading? Alita? I didn't sign that book.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
I'm skipping ahead.
I just clicked what's going on with the books. This is really cool. What a cool idea for a video. Hint of film. I really like this. Fascists are just people who lead really fast. I like that. Holy shit, that's better than the definition the kid gave, dude. I think she means lead. I like it with lead. I like that they just lead fast. Yeah, we're just faster leaders the most. We really get the people going.
You open your eyes. Happy Noam Chomsky Day.
But Mom was born on December 7th.
Well, we're celebrating it today.
Uncle Noam, it's the day of your birth. Uncle Noam, it's the day of your birth. Uncle Noam, it's the day of your birth. Uncle Noam, Uncle Noam, Uncle Noam. Oh, hey!
Well balanced if you dip when you cut. Pictures.
Oh, they killed each other for Nike, the Greek ring of gods of victory.
Oh, they even do the video games. Uncle fucking Nom. Thanks for the sub, Mini Crow.
Amendment 1. Congress should make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof.
Are those other two kids like new to whatever, new to the cult? Highway of Tears, but I wasn't 100% sure, mainly because caused by hitchhiking.
How would you characterize the 2010 Supreme Court decision on Citizens United?
Corporations have the same rights as people, so there's no spending limit on candidates. Which means a country is ruled by corporations and their lobbies to fund candidates and command their fealty by demanding. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit! Have I fallen in love with a movie I haven't even seen? Why is this so good? Why is this so good? This is so cute. I love this. I love this a lot. I'm very tempted to make a reading list from this and just like, oh man. But now that I'm doing Twitch full time, I can't just like take a week or two off and just read books. That's one thing I'm going to have to get used to is I can't just disappear the way I'm used to with like essay writing. That's been, honest to God, that's been a really difficult thing about the Twitch thing is being acutely aware that people are paying attention to what I'm doing. And if I disappear, they'll get worried and stuff. Also being stuck at my dad's house, I can't just disappear. I used to like just disappearing. Like I love that about Asia, that like, my landlords would be confused as to like where I would go or whatever. Like, I love just disappearing. I love just going to another country. I love just like disappearing to another city and reading books for a week. Like that's one thing that I'll miss that I don't think I can do anymore with stream. But fuck, this would trigger like a trip, like past Noah, past Booksmarts. This is the kind of thing that would inspire me to like pack up a backpack full of books from the library and just like drive up the coast and camp out on PCH and read books for fucking a day or two or a week or something. Like, man, stuff like this. I don't know. Read on stream for those of us with no eyeballs. I think it's like a copyright issue. Is reading aloud a copyright issue on Twitch? I'm pretty sure it is. Well, it's fiction. Kids can be super knowledgeable in movies. Yeah, I know. That's what makes it fun is that it's children delivering the lines. Obviously, they can't be like that, but like it's really funny. Dusty spends half his stream not on stream. You'll just be here reading. Yeah, maybe, dude. Maybe I'll do like an ASMR reading stream. Gives off kind of r/I am very smart vibes. Haven't seen the movie though, so I might be wrong. Maybe. I mean, there's a central line of kind of narrative behind the different points they're making. Same with r/I am very smart, but I don't... Like, you guys can make fun of that all you want, but I think it's more so what they do with it. I mean, plenty of people are fucking smarty-acts and whatever, or smart-asses. I don't know.
Is that yoga?
Your breath. They call it pranayama. Flows with your movements. Your asana is supposed to connect the mind and the body to feel your samadhi.
Does that really work? What kind of music do you listen to?
Mostly Bach. Mainly the Goldberg variations, especially Glenn Gould's versions. I also like the unaccompanied cello suites, preferably when played by Yo-Yo Ma. He's writing a book on Dr. Spock.
I feel like I recognize this actress. Do you guys know who she is? She looks very, very familiar.
Oh, I love Star Trek. It's awesome.
Which Star?
No, Spock. The guy with the ears. He's from Star Trek.
No, Dr. Spock was from Connecticut. Right after Yale, he wrote Baby and Child Care in 1947.
Thanks for the follow.
One of the seminal books on child rearing.
She's on The Boys, if you've seen that. Oh, okay. She's the main actress. The girl that's new to the superhero force.
I was talking about that old TV
I like that.
show.
First of all, Leslie practiced Buddhism, which to her was a philosophy and not an organized religion.
If you'll open your books, we'll read this morning from Matthew 18, verses 15 to 20.
We created a paradise out of Plato's Republic. Our children shall be philosopher kings.
I love this. I'm literally getting that ASMR feeling where you get tingles everywhere. In a past life or something, I must have been in love with this movie. I don't know what it is. I feel like I really like this movie just from this one video.
Somebody! I may
be poor, but I am.
What a good video! The movie was made within your lifetime, you big dummy. Well, you don't know how fucking being reincarnated works, you ignorant dumb fuck. There could be multiple of your soul living at the same time. So joke's on you, bro. You don't know shit. What's the link to this video? Here, I'll put it in the chat. That was really, really good. I really like that. It's on Hulu, Pog. That's not Pog, dude. It's on Hulu. Fuck. I guess it wasn't meant to be. I'm going to have to yar har fiddly dee that one, dude. Joke's on me, I'm you. Yeah, there you go, dude. You got a little cosmic giggle that'll start going on. You keep thinking like that. Booksmarts, aren't you already a philosopher king? You are Booksmarts after all. Yeah, I am, bro. I don't go in for any of that spiritual shit, okay? Oh, okay, bro. Oh, man. Oh, man. I really like this, dude. Here, let me find where I could get this. One sec. Let me turn this off, though, so we don't have to stare at it. All right, I'm going to look for this because I really want to see this. This movie is called Captain Fantastic, I think. Let's see. Hopefully it's on Netflix or something. Because if it's only on Hulu, I might be ruined here. I would rather pay YouTube $3.99 than I would watch it on Hulu. So I guess I'll buy it from them. Or you could buy it on Amazon Prime. And if you didn't know, if you're sitting there like, oh, I have Amazon Prime. Did you know that you get a sub for free once a month with Amazon Prime? And you can do that right now and support your favorite streamer. This guy, right? I've become your favorite over this little interaction. So if you want to consider subbing, that's great. If you want to support me even more, I got a little bit of a pitch for you, okay?
I shall call him...
Thanks, Dizzy. And if you want to help me even more, you want to like give me that extra something, not put anything in Bezos's pocket, leave guilt-free, right? If you want to support a dude who is a weirdo hipster musician guy who just loves creators, you're going to like my next suggestion. Patreon, they call it. Owned by some weird nerdo dude who you feel a little less bad giving money to than Bezos. He takes a very small share. He takes about 15-20%, less than the 50 that Twitch takes from subs. And over here on this board, we have a breakdown of some of the things that'll happen at different parts of that on the Twitch stream. That's separate from the benefits that I give you on the Patreon, such as early access to videos, voting in polls for what kinds of awful content I have to subject myself to, and other things, okay? Anything secret, if there's a VOD where I use a slur, whatever, that's all going on there. And as soon as we hit the pogfish right there, okay? If you'll notice, we're edging close to that line. As soon as we hit that $500 pogfish on Patreon, I'm going to pay monthly for Vimeo. And you know what's going to happen? These VODs will be available on Vimeo, where you can fast forward, rewind, download a Chrome application that'll let you fast forward at 4x, whatever the fuck you want to do. Uncut, unfiltered, wonderful. One thing that's going out on the Patreon later today that will be exclusive content that only exists there are the full-length versions of all of the interviews that I did while I was in Georgia. This is the kind of content you'll get access to there, as well as the glory. I hear you. You're probably wondering, what does he mean by glory? Why didn't he open with that? I love me some glory. I know you do. Well, if you want glory, then glory can be had. You'll live on forever at the end of each video. If you subscribe with $10, if you join that giver tier, your name will make it to the end of every video. And let's say you're an oiler. Let's say you go, Patreon can't break a 20. Whatever will I do with this $20 bill? Well, what you can do is give it right over to me, because for $20, you will get a much more exclusive place in the credits, as well as access to all kinds of secret content and a direct line of communication with me to lobby me to make whatever kind of content you want, because I'm a dirty grifter and money means something to me. Okay, so if you want to give me extra money, there's a secret chat on the Discord where I have conversations with people about the kind of content they want. As a matter of fact, and I'll let you guys in on a private conversation. As a matter of fact, the reason we had the leaker stream, an example of modern art in a riddle which still has not been solved, the reason why we had that stream was because somebody requested that I cover the drama and I leak what's going on in that Discord. So you may be surprised at how much you can get done simply by posting in the Patreon VIP exclusive Discord. But that's enough of that. I know most of you aren't going to put 20 down. I know that by looking at the numbers. Most of you are going to want to be at the $5 tier. You're going to want to be a subarino, okay? You're giving the same amount of money that you would give to Bezos' company, of which they will take half, right? And you're going to be giving most of that to me. Patreon, that little fucking nerdo that plays music in his mom's basement that owns the company, he only takes a little bit, quite a bit less, okay? So don't worry about it. If you're a subarino, you get all kinds of benefits. You get a role on the Discord. You get access to all the exclusive content. Soon enough, maybe you guys will get even credit shout-outs. I don't know. I'm still working on more things to give to people at that level, but you can go through the list of everything, including voting in polls, asking a question at the end of every month for an AMA. There are tons and tons of benefits I haven't mentioned that are all available on the Discord. I hope you guys will pardon with this shill, but that is, honest to God, the most important metric for me going into 2021, because I really think that through the Patreon, I have a guaranteed income every month that I can rely upon to make decisions such as where do I rent, how much do I spend, and what is possible to fund with the shows. And yeah, the more that this thing over here moves closer to where we see full time written here, if we get up to that level, that $1,500, I don't have to worry about rent. I don't have to worry about food. I don't have to worry about the basic essentials of life. And that means that this can take most of what would be dedicated to getting the basic essentials of life. So at that point, we're basically making this a full-time gig, and we'll have full-time kind of content. That means I can spend more time on YouTube videos. That means I can spend more time in the background prepping streams. That means I can spend more time DMing all the dumb fucks that stream on this website and trying to get on their shows. That means that we'll probably have a lot more content. I have tried in the past to do the full-time thing with this. I get really demotivated and depressed when I know that that's not even paying enough for a house, though. So I'm going to make that leap when it's financially viable. But for now, there you go. And at this $1,000 tier here, you see that they're an uninterested me with a cat nose and a collar and some ears. Okay, so that's going to happen then. You know, and then you guys can't see it, it's out of frame, but bloop, right up there at the top. What does that say? Fuck books. What could that mean? Well, I'll leave that up to your dirty little imagination, okay? Let's just say Pichachu had some real big success on another website, and I think we might just be able to scrub together a little bit more than $1, okay? So there you go. There's my thing. Let me go ahead and catch up on the chat, because I can't look at it when I'm doing these cringe ads. You have to close a couple ads on that website. What website? My sub isn't working. My ad block isn't working. Do you have an OnlyFans? No, not technically, but you could look for it. Minivan trailing the coast life. Yeah, maybe. Anywho, any Oilers? Ooh, a shout out. What? Wait, what's going on in here? Pretty Pog, not gonna lie. What's your minimum Patreon dono? I'm pretty sure the first tier is at $3, but I don't think I have a minimum set up for donations, so up to you. Edging, edge me. My new charity case now that Mootin is a big star. Aw, I'm happy to be your charity case. I'm happy that Mootin is successful and stuff too. It seemed really stressful when he was making his move. What is the best way to support you between Twitch subs, donos, and Patreon? Patreon. Donos is the least amount of money taken by some outside company. So if you want the maximal amount of per dollar money getting to me, donations. But donations aren't as helpful in a psychological sense for me, right? Because I could have a dono pay $300 like one did to help me with the Georgia stuff, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm making $300 a month. So if you really, really want to help me in both a psychological and a financial sense, Patreon. Patreon is the biggest thing that you could do because Patreon tells me like how I can make life decisions, okay? The fluctuation of Patreon is way less than it has been on Twitch. It's way less than it has been on YouTube. I think the Patreon is probably the best way. But if you want the most amount of dollars that you're spending to go to your creator, I'm pretty sure donations for me and for other people are going to be the biggest. Money in the mail. I think money in the mail is illegal. So I will say I do not advocate for you to send money through the mail because I'm pretty sure that's a federal crime. At least in my shithole country. But yeah, check out Captain Fantastic film link above. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out because oh wait, you posted like a rip of it. Ooh. I'm pretty sure I have to delete that message because I'm pretty sure in good faith I'm not allowed to keep this here. But I don't advocate that you go to whoever linked that, okay? But I will be keeping that in another tab. I don't know that in another tab, but I'm just saying, don't do that. That's bad. Don't do that. No. Okay? Don't do that. Anywho, but yeah, my links are trustworthy. I don't think that's the problem here, bro. It's not that it works. That's not the problem is that it works actually. You've just got it twisted a little bit. Yeah, that does appear to work, but I don't think it's something that we should do. Okay, anyways. I just refreshed the Patreon and I'm going to make a correction to our graph here. We are now at 495. So I will add that to reflect it. We have still not hit the $500 pogfish, but we are very, very close. So there you go. Edge me more. Yeah, there we go. We're edging, dude. I'm edging. Bookfucker, the illegal solicitor of copyrighted Shut up, dude. Shut up, Flipper. Are you a sub? Do you want to get banned? Stop. Enough. No more talk of this. We don't talk about that here, okay? He said the pog word. Yeah, I did, dude. Anywho. Thank you guys. Thanks for whoever just subbed on the Patreon. I appreciate that. I've tried to set it up to where Streamlabs will give you alerts, but Streamlabs has been awful about that. I don't know. Anywho. Are there any other videos that we want to check out before I go? Because I'm already getting tired, and there's other stuff that I need to be doing in the background today.
Breathtaking. I shall call him...
Oh, shit. Who's that?
Mini-Me.
Wow. Thanks. Good sub. Thank you. Big sub. Goal head. I like that, dude. My goal is to get head as well, so I totally feel you on that. Head is a wonderful thing to shoot for. So I'm very supportive of that name. That's quite pog of you, dude. It's very pog indeed. Head is incredibly pog. Anywho. Aside from watching this movie illegally, is there anything else we want to do? If not, I think I'm turning in for the day. Aw, dang. Came in towards the end. Yo, Bookie, elbow cough. What are you elbow coughing about, Alex? I watch all of my films for free. Oh, I think I get why you're elbow coughing. I think. This shit came to Georgia, Alex. That's all I got to say. There was a lot of fan fucking going on in Georgia, I think. Not to rat any of my fucking fellow streamers out, but I'm pretty sure there was some fan interactions going on there, dude. I think that would have been the place for what you're implying. How Harley Davidson killed himself? Is that the motorcycle man? Let me click it.
Guys, thanks for
If Harley Davidson is the Titanic, the pandemic might just be that one big iceberg. Worse still, it had a hole in the hull and sputtering engines before all of this even began. Wait, what? Oh, this is by Fort 9. Ah, cool. This is a motorcycle thing. Let's check this out. Elbow cough, elbow cough, elbow cough. Hell yeah, boy. Yeah, yikes. Hard to follow up the first vid. True. That first vid was really good. We'll do one more, though. I owe you, my little pog champs, one more video, okay? So we'll do one more. Honest to God, like, part of the reason why I'm considering doing this full time, like 5 days a week or something, or at least 3 days a week, is because it is so easy to just do React content. Like, that really doesn't take a lot out of you. And if you prep before, like I were to give you guys something that like I had already prepared, like it's really easy and it could come off really good.
inviting me to the official Harley Davidson kickoff meeting. Now, we've all been involved with new products before, and maybe every single time it hasn't been, you know, quite perfect. I think you know what I mean. But this time it's going to be different. Uh-oh, here it comes.
Hold on, I'm gonna check out one more video.
Hello, Jay. Welcome to another episode of Mike and...
Sorry, these guys are boring. They're very, very boring.
Quarter after quarter after quarter after quarter, they're bleeding out.
Somehow, the orange-blooded will tell you this is not as catastrophic as it looks. Earnings per share are up, outperforming the competition.
Bullshit. Harley's hoarding shares, like a toilet paper prepper with diarrhea.
Say EPS was $1.50 in 2019, which it was. They had 154.3 million outstanding shares, so about $230 million to pay out. But now the board has connived to buy back 18.2 million of these, so the pie might only be split 136 million ways for $1.69 per share.
Oh, hey, I just made Harley's dividends do a 5-year jump. Never mind that the company didn't actually earn anything. Never mind that it conveniently benefits board members who are paid by share performance. And certainly never mind that it's an artificial sweetener for the year-end books, which you'd only want to get away with once.
Or twice.
I need to call in Destiny for the anti whatever pro company take here.
Or 3 times? Or 4, or...
It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
See, buybacks are financed with debt, or the otherwise draining of cash.
Oh, wow. This is all focused on that?
Fucker.
I've never... Thank you for the follow. Speaking of Destiny. Thanks, Goldhood. I hope I see you again, dude. My goodness. I've never seen him do, like, a political video before. This is kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Hold on, I got to figure out which way I got to lean towards. All right, it's got to be this way.
Cash reserves.
Reserves that are desperately needed should the economy dry up. Say, oh, I don't know, during a pandemic?
Yeah, I'll dunk
All
some
Harley
fools.
has been building is a taller and taller cliff to ride off.
What's up with Harley Davidson?
Harley's declines are certainly worse than the overall U.S. industry, but motorcycle sales in general are down this year as well.
Is Harley
What's up,
down
no
because
comment, chick?
motorcycling is down?
U.S. sales indeed went flaccid after the Great Recession. Weird thing, though, they stayed limp. Meanwhile, the economy took Viagra, automotive sales hit the rebound. Even within the two-wheeled segment, off-road and small displacement bikes are virile.
So it's really only big highway bikes that stayed lame. And overpricing doesn't seem to contribute, as BMW, Ducati, Triumph, KTM are all up. So who to blame for this aberration? Who accounts for the majority of large highway motorcycles sold in America?
Ooh!
It isn't that the poor motorcycle industry is dragging Harley down, it's that poor Harley sales are dragging the industry down. So yes, Harley Davidson is flatlined, unresponsive, damn near dead. Why?
Maybe because their motorcycles suck and they're super expensive to fix. I don't know, just a guess.
Most people blame me, millennial. Harley's selling their soul to make smaller, cheaper, greener bikes, and you still ain't buying them.
Blah, blah, wah, wah. The truth is that Harley killed themselves. It wasn't me that stood by and let it happen, because that poison was ingested 40 years ago.
Our 1903 icon didn't really iconify until World War II. Harley sent 62,000 motorcycles up Hitler's ass, most of which came home as battered as the troops that rode them.
Doesn't matter how good you are at fixing your bikes, the fucking parts are really expensive, no comment check.
Veterans could buy their ex-army bikes for cheap, chop off the foobarred stuff, go AWOL on suburban life, and take their PTSD on the road.
Oh, those are so cool. I love those saddlebags right in the back. It reminds me of like Kino's Journey. I forget what the bike is called, but what is this called? Yeah, Hermes, but what are you? Oh, there it is. Yeah, this kind of shit's so cool with the straight pipe and everything. Like, I don't know. When I first started getting into going on the motorcycle and going for trips and stuff, this is the kind of oh wait, shit, can you guys even see this? I hope you can. I can't see OBS right now. Yeah, you can. Okay, cool. This is how I used to set it up too, with the the sleeping bag right up on top, some very, very, very basic luggage. This is, oh man, this makes me miss fucking riding the bike and doing fucking motorcycle camping. I miss that a lot. Oh, it was so nice. Just have like my cup dangling off the side and enjoy a little bit of drinkery there. Oh, man, I missed that. Anywho, enough of that.
Hence, choppers.
Enough about me.
Harley became synonymous with wild, roaming outcasts, a counterculture.
You ever seen a Triumph? Yeah, my guess would be the more people want Triumphs and Indians and all kinds of other motorcycles over a Harley. Easy Rider.
But counterculture belies the other half. And while Peter Fonda's gunning around on his hog, Sister Jane is in Hanoi hugging the Viet Cong. Well, I couldn't write a better personification of America.
As Harley solidified their image of the biker, individualistic, tricolored, and violent, they left the rest of the market
mostly schlubby suburban dad types.
Wide open, communal, bright-colored, peace-loving.
Oh, the Honda Cub.
You'll have a lot of fun riding a Honda. It can hold 45 miles an hour all day without complaint. And you can run around all day on it.
And little did they know, but that bike will still be running in fucking 50 years. And it won't cost you $1 gazillion to upkeep it because all the parts are fucking the same and they're all from upgraded China. They're all from Japan, so they're all super duper cheap.
A nickel's worth of gas. You must admit, you meet the nicest people on a Honda. World's biggest seller.
I could not imagine riding to the Grand Canyon on a fucking Honda Cub or Scout or whatever, though. That would be cancer.
Ooh, while Harley's introducing bikers that fart and punch you in the teeth, Honda comes along with women and children and tennis players? Well, ads
cute.
Written in multiple languages, ads shown at the Academy Awards.
Never before had a company really sold bikes to non-bikers.
Of course, you put more in than you get out. But by replacing muscle power with horsepower, you can ride a Honda.
Eventually comes our critical moment. Harley runs to Ronald Reagan crying, "Save us! We're a great made-in-America company. Protect us!"
You asked us to give you breathing room so you could finish getting into shape to meet unexpectedly strong foreign competition.
That breathing room amounts to a 49% tariff on imported bikes over 750.
Holy shit! That's huge. Wait, like basically a 50% tariff? Holy shit. If that's not protectionism, I don't know what is. Good God.
CCs. It fences off Harley's core market, keeps it uncontested.
Fences off, it puts it in a fucking camp. Holy shit. That's some fucking secure shit right there, dude. Jesus Christ. I hope they paid Reagan a lot of money for that one.
Remember this.
Free markets, by the way. Yeah, this is why libertarians don't want a government anymore, dude.
Reagan's protection sparks an upward trend. By 2006, as Harley's buyer reaches peak purchasing age, the company nets over $1 billion in profit.
But time is a relentless bitch. If the average Harley rider was 43 in 1999, and 46 in 2004, and 48 in 2008, well, where are they now? Out to pasture? Harley conspicuously stopped releasing these numbers, so all we know for sure is that one of their best-selling models is a giant mobility scooter.
Hey guys, I'm on my way to Houston. Anything you want me to tell them? Harley, Harley, Harley!
I don't care how faithful your faithful are, senior citizens statistically buy few bikes. And even fewer once they're dead. So in 2008, when the recession hit, Harley releases their parachute.
This guy's name is Fort 9. That would be Foxtrot, Oscar, Romeo, Tango, November, India, November, Echo.
1200.
The retro modern design to seduce younger riders, styled after the winningest bike in history, the XR750 Flat Tracker Legend. It rides phenomenally. It prices accessibly at $10K, and no one bought it.
I mean, it didn't look very pretty. Well, it's not super bad.
Well, this is an Indian FTR with better heritage and timing. It's a Ducati Scrambler 7 years before the Scrambler. And Harley preempted the biggest hipster cash cows in motorcycling, but for them, it was just a cow, unsold and quietly discontinued.
Remember when Honda offered a challenge for Harley to diversify their image? And instead, Harley doubled down on their hill to die on? While wild ones age into wild hogs, a parody of their former selves, silly dad playing the rebel.
One-dimensional branding is short-sighted because what's cool to the previous generation isn't just not cool to the next, it's actively uncool. Brand loyalty belies brand prejudice. Tomorrow's customers will look at a brilliant motorcycle and say, okay, boomer.
Just look at
That's what I thought looking at it, dude. It looks like a boomer bike. I don't know. It looks like Nokia tried to make a motorcycle. Like, Nokia is like, what do young people like? They like compact, dude. They like fucking multitone. They like fucking plastic. I don't know. It doesn't look like it doesn't look very youthful. I wanted the Harley Bronx / Street Fighter soap. The Street Fighter's not bad. I hope they still make it. I think they do make the Street Fighter. Wait, actually, I have no fucking idea about Harley stuff. I mean, I still see them around, but a new one, I don't know.
the POS on the wall. We've got 50
They like keypads. They like tactile response. That's what they like. They like clickety-clickety, dude. They like keyboards.
different pieces to use.
Wasn't the whole emphasis with Harley, I thought that we were no longer in the United States, their largest market. The emphasis was on Europe. Does this issue of baby boomers versus younger people apply overseas?
Well, never mind the branding bed Harley made 40 years ago. What's important to international sales is how they made it.
Put my bet on you and on America.
Tariffs. Remember this? And by seeking Reagan's help, Harley set a fatal precedent, and that of a national treasure worth protecting.
Another move from U.S. President Donald Trump that antagonizes his trading partners. This time, he targeted the global steel and aluminum industries.
So when Trump taxes imported steel and aluminum, the EU responds by kicking America in the family jewels. Kentucky bourbon, Levi's jeans, and a littler company that had overdrawn attention to itself, Harley-Davidson. Only whiskey and denim don't require much metal. Motorcycles do.
Wait, did we get tariffed? Is that really what's going to kill them? Is that Europe gave us some tariffs? I mean, that's some big-ass karma after that fucking 49% bullshit Reagan pulled. I don't know.
So now Harley is paying bigger money to make bikes that sell for smaller margins overseas. Eating 2,200 on every EU bike is untenable, so HD does what most companies do.
And to be clear, before, the last motorcycle that he was using as an example, the base model started at $10,000. So if you're paying a $2,200 tariff before considering anything else, that's like over 20% of the cost. So yeah, that's huge.
To ramp up production in Brazil, India, and Thailand so international models can dodge international taxes.
Trump killing American businesses? All right, I didn't kill them. I pushed them off of a cliff and The Rock killed them. I didn't jump off with them. I didn't smash their head, all right? That was The Rock. Okay. The Rocks killed them, dude. Jumping off of the cliff. It wasn't being pushed off the cliff that killed them, dude. It was when they hit the ground. That's not Trump's fault. He's not killing them, bro. He just did some tariffs. He was trying to help.
Hold on. Well, Harley Davidson is not most.
Just fly, yeah. Where were your wings, dumbass? Just fly, forehead. I like that. Where was your parachute? Well, if you didn't have a parachute, that sounds like a you problem, dude. Oh my goodness.
Harley Davidson decided.
Pretty decent Trump accent. It's almost a hate crime, though. Yikes.
To be a made in America sweetheart of the U.S. government. So naturally,
the people that ride Harleys are not happy with Harley Davidson, and I wouldn't be either.
Build those beautiful motorcycles in the USA, please, okay? Don't get cute with us.
He's not wrong. If my tax dollars built Harley a house to live in, I'd be pissed when they moved out too.
Were you surprised by President Trump's reaction, the anger?
As a business, we just deal with what we have to deal with. We are not a political organization. We've worked very hard to be apolitical in how we approach our business and our consumers.
Really, though? Because it sounded like you were in bed with Ronald Reagan. So I don't know if you can say you're apolitical when you're literally knocking on homeboy's back door. I don't know about that, though. Are you really apolitical?
Oh, that is getting cute. And the only reason Trump's calls to boycott aren't empty is because they fulfill your
But that was my dad, okay?
deal with the devil, Harley.
Sell your soul for exclusive access to a target market at the neglect of other markets. And when you finally need new riders, internationals, guess what it costs?
Harley Davidson is really dying, a long-term side effect of that pill they took in 1983. The aftertaste is sweetly ironic, because Harley's last resort was their first opportunity.
Do what Honda did to them. Target non-bikers.
And we're creating more new products that are easier to ride than a bicycle. Just twist the throttle and go.
Wow, that's a big
Live
departure.
wires point to electric bicycles, point to new riders. Dozens of clothing stores opened in Asia point to a Tmall storefront, point to new riders. Placements under Scarlett Johansson point to a new rider academy for women, point to new riders. The More Roads to Harley initiative brazenly shifts the company aim from building great motorcycles to building committed riders.
That's the plan?
Can we hear a I like that they're just so brazen about we're not building great motorcycles anymore. Okay, that's the old mindset. We're here to build committed riders, and if that means that they need to buy a new bike every 5 years, then so be it. Oh my goodness, I would cringe out if I was at like a shareholders meeting and we're like, we're not building great motorcycles anymore. We tried that. That's over. That's not popular anymore. We need to build committed riders. Like, well, hold on. Por qué no los dos? Why can't we do both of these? I don't know.
Motorcycles to building committed riders.
That's the plan? No, Marketing 101 says avoid multiple.
Fire up those test tubes. Those riders aren't going to build themselves. Yes. They're like, have you ever seen cigarettes? All right, you know how they market to young people? That's what we got to do, bro. We got to build an addiction. That's what we got to do. We got to give people fucking cocaine with our bikes and get them hooked, dude. Isn't that what Apple and every other computer manufacturer does? I mean, kinda, maybe, dude. Depending on your opinion, yeah.
Challenges. Selling more existing riders on Harleys is possible. Selling non-riders on motorcycling, then selling them on Harleys? Well...
The person tasked with solving these issues is Harley's CEO, Matt Levatich.
He has the most difficult job in the world.
It's one thing for Honda to do it, but Harley, with their practiced ignorance of all things small and cheap, it's no wonder Levitich described the project.
Oh, that looks like such a cool museum. A bunch of like restored, nice looking old bikes. That'd be really cool to go to.
As a long march.
The name borrowed from that famous retreat, where the Red Army fled with 100,000 soldiers and made it home with fewer than 7,000.
Any Pol Potters in chat? Any Maoist men in chat?
What fraction of Harley Davidson will survive? Levitich was just sacked with 11 million retirement gifts. How many salaries will that erase? Will HD disappear as a brand? Probably not. As a motorcycle, maybe.
It's 40 years too late for these long paths of retreat, these now paths of doom.
I think Harley's best hope is to accept that their good run has waned into a good night. And focus back on cruisers and rage with your customers against the dying of the light. And there is hope. HD's replacement CEO is a rogue who took command, immediately de-emphasized more roads, then axed his own salary until the gang finds its roots. If the Easy Riders showed up now, that's exactly what they'd do.
This is our highway, and we're gonna defend our highway!
Wrong, Jack. Why do you think I don't wear the colors, Jack? Why do you think I ride alone? 'Cause you don't know about it anymore. But I think you all ought to get back on your bikes and go out and ride on the highway until you remember what riding's all about. Okay, Pop. Takes after his mom.
America. The God's country, dude. Amazing. Also, by the way, this is like one of my favorite YouTube channels like ever. Fort9. They make really, really, really high quality motorcycle videos. Here, let's find one that I really like. Wow, they have so much new stuff. I haven't kept up with this. Let's see here. I'm going to find one that I can vouch for here. Oh, the torture test thing was really fucking good. Okay, hold on. Fort9? I thought I heard Fortnite. No, that's why I spelled it out for the people that are hearing challenged. What is that ad? I don't know, dude.
3 guys, discount plumbing.
Oh, I love it.
Our definitions of power and beauty have changed over 30 years. Our definition of the KLR 650 has not.
5, 4, 3, 1.
So in this video, just because I don't want to watch the whole thing, he tortures the shit out of this bike. Like, let me... Oh, man. He puts his poor bike through so much shit.
Airbox.
I'd be surprised if it started now.
Ooh, nearly. Nearly. For any non-motorcycle people, if I were to take my sports bike out to the middle of some fucking godforsaken lake in Canada and laid it down, it would be done. It would not, it would need a tow truck. Like, it would need to be helicopter lifted out. It would be doomed.
No problem.
This fucking bike, dude. He's so rough on it the whole time, too.
Oh, shit. Yeah, she's fine.
And this, like, these videos, they're so creative. They're so well made. Like, you have to think about, like, they had to plan all these shots and line it up and put all the extra, they had to have extra gear. Like, I love the thought that goes into these videos as well. Like,
weird torque curve all downhill from 3000 RPM. KLRs have the pull of Hercules off idle.
I want you guys to see him break
From the seat of your average shop stool, our KLR was impervious, perishable, but magically unkillable. No crash bars only meant there was a slight chance that it would dent the earth. So remember KLR as a bike that did not go gentle into that good night. He did not die peacefully.
That's so
he died
gnarly.
doing what he loved.
I tried doing a little bit of that on this really big BMW bike I had. I had an R1100R. I'm pretty sure it was an R1100 GS, but whatever. The title says R1100R. And this is a heavy fucking bike. I would try to do the shit that I saw in this video with it, but I would drop the bike and like struggle to pick it back up. The fucking thing was huge. Watching this video really wanted me to get like a KLR or like a KT something, like a little off-road bike to fuck around with, because it looks like they're unbreakable and the engine is so accessible and simple. I feel like it's like trivial to fix them as well.
And now KLR rides with the angels in a better place. Oh, for Pete's sake, it's right behind me, isn't it? Unbelievable.
Flight test. I'm looking at a YouTube video about motorcycles from a channel called Fort 9.
One final shot at killing this thing, aimed for the weak spot.
Kawasaki boasts of a fork that tames terrain with over 9 inches of plush travel. Yeah, right. We all know KLRs bottom out on speed bumps.
Oh no. This is how I almost fucked up my bike too. It's really, really low, so if you go over a speed bump or something and it hits that metal thing on the bottom, you could bust the hole in it and then all your oil comes out and you're fucked. Oh, on the rocks! My poor ass is watching this just thinking my daily driver gets ruined. Is this a motorcycle review channel? Kind of. He covers a lot of stuff that's like motorcycle adjacent. So anything related to motorcycles. Yeah. This deals psychic damage. Yeah, it does for me. Oh no.
Hook. Walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Shall fear no evil.
Oh. There it goes. Heard him fuck.
Aw, she's... Yep.
Oh, shit. Having ridden the old yak through hell, I managed to punch a hole in the engine about that big.
Oh, shit.
It's bad, but it's nothing some JB Weld and an old beer can won't fix. Right?
Oh, I forgot. I forgot he fixes it.
In the most uncertain situations, I have a bike with the certainty of an anvil.
That book fucker.
The cliche says that it doesn't
follow.
excel at anything, but it does everything well. I disagree. In 2018, the KLR feels like an anvil at everything. But it will keep doing those things forever, whether you like it or not.
There you go. A beer can and some JB Weld. Interesting.
Rolling. Thank you very much for watching. And because of your views, Anish and I get to come to work and play every day. Now we're both heading home to be with our families and with...
What's JB Weld? It's this like cold weld that you put on stuff. It's this like goop that you put to bind two metal pieces together. It's like yeah, it's basically like a sort of like epoxy sort of thing for metals. It's like super glue for metals. Yeah, there you go. It's like super glue for metal.
That book
Out
fucker.
the internet for
Thanks for the other follow, Ron Hart.
a couple weeks. So, I'll see you in 2019.
Oof, little did they know. Okay. Wow. He does a lot of cool videos. There's another one over here. Whoops. Oh, you guys won't be able to see it. Okay, whatever. There's another one over here that's he builds the entire motorcycle on video. Yeah. This is a KLR 650, so it's the same kind of bike that we just saw in that video. He puts one together from scratch, like brand new, and he walks through like everything. He has all the pieces laid out here, okay? And he breaks it down by what are the different parts of the bike, how will they come together, right? And he puts it all together in one video. So that's kind of cool. This is fun to see, like all the different mechanics and the order that they're built in and whatever. This is another interesting video. I would highly recommend Fort9 as a channel for anybody. Even if you're not necessarily interested in motorcycles, I think you may find some things on there that you will find interesting. And if you do like motorcycles at all, or you own a motorcycle, I would highly recommend it for some of the educational content on the channel. Like, for instance, I think that there is a video they have about tires, about gear, and about oils that are all really good. Yeah, so they do things on tires. They talk about the different parts of a tire and why you're, you know, what all of it means. They also talk about oil. Like, they talk about all sorts of motorcycle adjacent concepts as well. So if you have a motorcycle, even if you're not like a diehard, like into watching online stuff about it, you might really enjoy this channel. I'd highly recommend it. But yeah, anyhow, I think that that's it for today. I think that we're all done. I think that's the last of the react for today. How are you guys feeling? How'd you like today's stream? Anything good? Anything bad? Boring? Shit that I should do next time? Shit that I shouldn't have done this time? Is there a chance that you will be doing more EU-friendly streams in the future? Maybe I'm not the only EU guy here, but I probably won't be able to catch your streams in the future, Booksmarts. Yeah. The EU audience is one that I've kept in mind since the beginning of my streaming career. So definitely there will still be time slots and stuff for you guys. We'll see how scheduling ends up being. You guys may not be on the schedule, but I oftentimes will stream what is super late at night for me, or what is super early in the morning for streamer people, like before 11. When I have my own house, and I know that I keep saying this as if it's like a catch-all for solving all problems, but when I have my own house, it's a lot easier to do that. You have to realize that where I'm living right now, I'm in a broken down van in front of my dad's house, okay? And if I want to shower or something, I have to like coordinate that with everybody. Or if I want to do laundry, if I had my own place, I'm able to just wake up and do whatever, whenever. So the likelihood that you'll get a stream that goes early in the morning or starts early in the morning for me is way higher, you know, when that's the living situation. So yeah, I think there will still be EU-friendly stream times for sure. Motorhome? No, it's like a Ford Econoline that's converted on the inside. Nice, I sub. Dope. I'll see you later then, Dylan. Bookfucker, will you ever do impersonation requests? Yeah. If you are a person on the Patreon, particularly if you're a person in the VIP tier, you're able to ask for whatever. You guys, if you're in the VIP tier, you have access to a special Discord that I pay a lot of close attention to. So if you're on there and you request stuff, yeah, that's how you would do it. Glad to hear it. I really enjoy hanging out here. Dope. I'm happy to hear that, Koala. And we'll try to do more stream times that are more, better for everybody. This guy has quite a collection. Most beautiful bikes. Yeah, he's got a huge collection of motorcycles. Very cool dude. Anywho, let me find a place to send all the Twitch people for today. And I noticed that there's a smaller turnout today for streams. I guess that's to be expected after not streaming for a long time. I'll probably have to get more consistent on streaming and rein in that schedule again so I can make sure we have a lot of people turning up. We also didn't cover debate stuff today, and I think debate stuff brings a lot of people in. But anywho, let's go ahead and find a place for the Twitch people. Who are you guys thinking of right now? Who do you guys want to go watch? We have Mr. Geek, Aiko, Tiberius, IRI. We have quite a few people that you could do. Raid IRI? Yeah, let's do IRI. Why not? What is he doing? Puppies and Ico rules. There we go. That's who I'm going for then. Puppies and Ico rules sounds really, really cute. Raid, I'm really important. I like that guy. FYI, and this is going to happen if I ever do debate reviews and stuff too. IRI and I, at this point, I would say are friendly enough in real life for me to say that like I'm friends with, I'm really important. He's a really cool dude. I really like him both on and off stream. I think he's like an incredibly intelligent, very down to earth dude who understands how politics works at a very technical and mechanical level. I think that his streams are incredibly important given how many other streamers just don't know how anything works. And I think that he brings a voice that's very calming and it's always coming from a place of trying to bring stuff together. There are opinions I have that I find are even too radical, or takes that I have related to other streamers on the platform that I feel like he's able to give me an alternative view that's much better. So there's still a lot of things I learned from IRI, and if that's the case, I know that you guys can too. So keep an eye on that guy. He's really cool. I hope that one day he's the size of Hassan or Destiny, because I think he deserves that. And I think having somebody else in that capacity at that level who is like him is something I want to see. So we'll definitely rate him. I like him. Who? Well, join the Twitch chat and you'll head on over. His name is I'm Really Important on Twitch. All one word. That's India, Mike, Romeo, Echo, Alpha, Lima, Yankee, India, Mike, Papa, Oscar, Romeo, Tango, Alpha, November, Tango on Twitch. So have a fun time with that. There you go. For everybody else...
Module online do some stuff too.
For everybody else, I'll see you later.
You would need more than
nothing
that.
fancy. I'm gonna jump into IRI.